Opie is here, and his show starts now.
It's got to be Mick. That's Mick.
That is Mick Jagger. You're right there, Vic Henley, who just finished a Cuban sandwich, courtesy of Roland.
In the weirdest thing in the world. If he'll get you food if you tell him, I'm hungry, I'm running late, grab me this.
Yeah.
But there's no rhyme or reason. I never really ask for anything. And then occasionally, it's a low number, 10, 20% of the time I walk in here, sandwich. The last time it was this killer shaved beef and onion spin on a Philly cheesesteak thing.
How was the Cuban sandwich?
Delicious. Crazy good. I'm picking it out of my teeth right now.
I was in the hallway when it was handed to you, and you just said, "What's this?"
Well, right, because I never asked.
You were very confused.
So bizarre, right? Because Paul walks up and goes, "Here, you ordered this." I'm like, "I didn't order this," and he goes, and Eric's like, "It's a Cuban sandwich." I'm like, "No, I didn't." Okay, Roland, he's had it again.
We're trying to keep everybody happy.
It's the Christmas season.
I was going to go eat at Chipotle a couple hours ago, and Roland's like, "No, I can get you food." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, you can. I think he's got a card. I think he's got a company card, right?
I hope so.
Paul, he's got a company card?
He can't be going out of pocket
for this. No, he's not.
He can't be going out of pocket.
There's no way.
Well, for a little while, I thought I was paying for all that. I was getting a little nervous because Roland likes buying food for everyone. I'm like, I'm gonna have it. Sure. And then I learned that he has a company card. We don't want to blow up his spot, though, because he takes care of a lot of people with that company card.
I've been taken to lunch on the company card.
Really?
Yes.
Very nice.
It was approved by everyone. He had to fill out paperwork and triplicate. It was a whole thing. We couldn't go outside of 4-block radius.
Yeah, I'm getting food delivered to my house tonight.
Got Florentine in studio. We got Vic Henley, and yes, that was the Rolling Stones. That's brand new, though, Vic.
Oh, no kidding.
Brand new off their album Blue and Lonesome. I'm not sure if the album's available right now, but that's a song called Hate to See You Go.
And so I hope that's him on the harmonica. He used to play it back in the day.
I loved it.
You know, I think he was, because in Keith's book, he said something about that Mick didn't get enough credit for being such a good harmonica player.
Right.
He thought he was as good as Little Walter, I think.
That's when I really loved the Stones, the early Stones.
Oh, yeah.
And then his voice got all for a while there, and now he's going back to his roots. They're purposely going back to their roots.
Yeah.
I think it's a cover album, I believe. I'm not sure who did that song originally. But I know that's not a Rolling Stones original.
Yeah, that sounds like it's right from the 60s.
Yeah, can we look it up? Who did Hate to See You Go originally? That would be nice. And then there's a lot of covers on this album, so.
Maybe it's all covers then.
I believe it is, yes. I didn't even know about this until a couple days ago. We're looking it up right now. You see it there, Paulie?
Yeah, I knew nothing about this either.
Nothing.
No?
Blue and Lonesome. So maybe they're all old blues tunes.
Yeah, I believe that's the case here. So, you can't look up Hate to See You Go, who did that originally?
There was nobody else.
What do you mean? No one comes up? Hate to See You Go. Put blues in there.
It might be Whitesnake.
Imagine the Stones doing White Snakes off. Yes, Eric.
By someone named Little Walter.
I just mentioned Little Walter. Right?
Do you know Little Walter, Vic Henley?
Little Walter was, I believe, Muddy Waters.
God, you know this?
He's Muddy Waters' harmonica dude, and that's why it was such a good compliment when Keith said, because throughout the book Keith shits on Mick and says nice things about him in the Keith Richards biography.
Yeah,
and that was one of the first things I came across that I remember was he really sang his praises and said that he thought that he was almost as good as Little Walter. And again, I could be wrong on that, but I think Little Walter.
How about
Muddy
this,
Waters'
Vic?
heart player.
The book was called Life, right?
Sure.
I read the whole fucking book, too, and I don't remember even seeing Little Walter in print.
So, well, you know, maybe I have a higher rate of retention.
But that book was so thick, I think I might have been, skimming ahead a little bit.
No, I couldn't put it down. I got lucky. I was in the Cleveland airport and got stuck, and there's a rock and roll museum store right there.
Yeah.
And there's a big display of the book, and I grabbed it, and then immediately got delayed, and I was just sitting there. So my first 4 hours, it was easy for me to just sit there and get 500 pages into it or whatever.
The most amazing part of the book was when Keith Richards just decided to go live in Jamaica.
Sure.
And he had no real security or anything.
Right.
He was just hanging out in Jamaica with the locals. And
He'd go up in the mountains for days.
Keith Richards.
He'd go up in the mountains and hang out with these guys and just play music and sit around with them and for days on end. And then come back down.
And they loved
dirt
him.
road up in the hills.
But I believe they talked in the book that it was a bit dangerous. But,
yes.
But Keith...
he didn't care.
Keith didn't care, and he was well taken care of by the locals.
Yeah, they were giving him the free pass.
I just realized that this was the lineup when we had... Blackberry Smoke in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Fridays ago.
Yeah, I told Jim, and I went to the show that night, and it was absolutely outstanding.
I don't think I've talked to you since then.
I sent you the picture where Leslie West motorized himself in a big wheelchair that he could work himself, and I just saw him clearing room, and here comes out from the side. They walk out and hand me the big giant guitar, and I'm like, who is that? And my girl I go, I think, and then they said it was Leslie West, and she goes, are we about to hear Mississippi Queen? I'm like, yes, we fucking are.
What? And they did it?
And they did it, and it was killer good. It was so good. And they did a lead up to it for a good 8 or 9 minutes before it jumped into, before he kicked in. Yeah.
Right on. How was the show? Was it amazing?
Outstanding. Jesse Dayton opened. He was super good.
Right.
He has the trio doing the Rockabilly Power Trio thing, and he was outstanding. Funnier than shit, told stories. Yeah. Sang a song about George Jones where he sang like George Jones in the song. And it was called A Possum Ran Over My Grave, and George Jones's nickname was the Possum.
Okay.
So he told this whole, and he sang like George Jones, which is hard to do, and it was crazy good. And then these guys came out and tore it down.
I gotta ask, what's wrong with Leslie West that he's in a wheelchair?
He's got a leg amputated for diabetes.
He's missing a leg.
Right. Shit.
Yeah. I ran into my former brother-in-law, who I just ran into him randomly. I hadn't seen him in 5 years, and I saw him and his girlfriend in the lobby, and he goes, the only thing would have been better was if Leslie West would have taken off his old leg and played the guitar with it.
That's rock and roll.
That's rock and roll.
Pull your leg off it. And it's a guitar. But, wait, you ran into your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Your ex?
My ex-wife's brother.
And you guys get along?
I love him. I hadn't seen him forever. He's a guitar player from Jersey. He's fabulous. I just hadn't seen him.
And he was very happy to see you?
We were laughing and carrying on. His girlfriend was there. I hadn't seen any of them in 5 years. We had a great time. It was a
You
total...
bring up the sister?
Oh, yeah. For a minute.
Yeah.
She got another dog, and I heard she got another dog. Yeah, that's cool. What's going on with you? He and I just went this way. He's a musician, so he understands, he's never not had a band, even though he has a real job and does other things.
And I'm friends with my ex-brother-in-law. We still hang, yeah. I bring my son over with his kids and stuff like that. We still hang, so.
And everything's cool?
Between me and him, yes.
But I mean, do you guys talk about her?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? That smirk says a lot, Florentine.
Very happy. Look how happy.
I love Florentine.
The true smile of happiness from Jim.
You get so happy. Yeah. I can only imagine. And you got to hear the rest of Waiting for the Thunder.
All of it. The whole, and then they I didn't know the song, I Ain't Got the Blues Anymore. And it was wonderful. Yeah. And just a happy bop around dancing, great thing, and I went back, the only bad part, and I think I put it up there, was at the end of the night, I went back there to tell them all thank you and thanks for coming by and everything. And I was talking to Charlie, the lead singer, and he was like, oh my God, Sharon Jones just died.
Right.
And that was the only low point of the whole night. I'm sitting there, I'm like, God damn it, man, don't tell me that when I'm sitting here after you just kicked ass. And he's like, fuck, that's horrible. I'm like, I know.
I don't even know who Sharon Jones.
Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, soul legend Sharon Jones.
What song would I know by Sharon Jones? I saw the same thing that she died, but I couldn't come up with a song.
There's she's been around for a long time. And she
legend in the soul world.
Yeah, out of London, And,
okay.
Yeah, totally.
By the way, I made the wrong decision. I should have went to Blackberry Smoke instead of Fish.
Yeah.
Remember the last time we were all together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You wanted to beat the traffic?
I wanted to beat the traffic. Well, did you beat the traffic?
Barely.
Did you really?
I got my tire fixed, $130 at 15 minutes.
Were those guys cool?
Yeah.
Did you have to call him Poppy? Remember they said call us Poppy?
Yeah, I did, and then I was trying to get a discount. I'm like, come on, 130. He's just trying to sell me a used one for like 80. I'm like, I'll take the new one for 130.
Yeah, at that point, I guess you gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time we talked, you had to go all the way up to like Woodstock or something.
The Catskills.
Somewhere, yeah.
The Catskills, and then
I was going to the show, right?
Blackberry Smoke, and then I decided I got to go fish because the fishing is almost over. I caught one. I sent you the pic.
I know you did. I made a dick joke about it.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
He sent me a picture, and they're like, if it was 4 inches longer, I could keep it. And I go, well, then pretend it's your dick and just lie.
That's funny.
Well, if he's going to set me up like that.
You know what? I just play by the rules when I fishing because there was no one on the beach. I could have ran that fucking fish in.
And they're tasty.
Yes, they are, especially at that size. So
Yeah, my brother Mike Henley would have encouraged.
he was the one that told me to go
yeah,
fishing.
he's the one that's saying you right, and you should have kept the fish and ate it.
He was the one that told me to go fishing. I
Right.
had no other bites. It was a big donut for the rest of the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing is pretty much over.
It was a fine show, and I hadn't seen one in a long, long time, so it was great. The beacon was great. You can't go wrong there. The sound was great. The guys were nice.
Right.
I saw my brother-in-law. It was just a 5-star evening all the way around.
You got a special coming out in a week, right?
December 9th, yeah.
We're almost
Simple
there.
Man, I know.
Simple Man. You go to JimFlorentine.com.
Yeah, it's up on iTunes, Amazon. You can pre-order it right now.
Are you
there's
excited?
a special code.
Ooh.
If you put in Opie,
Oh, fuck.
it's $5
Nice.
Fuck me.
for today.
A little
What?
Opie discount.
You're going to be looking at the numbers.
I don't look at numbers.
Don't look at the numbers.
I don't care. I don't look at numbers. I don't look at comments. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
4.
That motherfucker. I did his whole show and I got 4 fucking downloads.
I never do that.
Don't look at the numbers.
Boss can't not look at the numbers. He
Nah,
has to
no,
look at the numbers.
our guys are good. They'll support you and they'll get the special. So they use
Yeah.
the code Opie and it's only $5.
It's $5.
Nice. They could do that right now.
Yeah.
Can you check the numbers as we're live?
I don't know. I could text a guy from the company or whatever, but
Don't read the comment cards. How many times do I have to tell you?
And what, Eric?
I ordered it today and I paid full price.
No, that's really
well, it
that's
didn't
good.
kick in till 3. You should have waited. I know he ordered it right in front of me. I could have told him put an Opie.
Oh, good for you, Florentine.
Sorry.
What's full price?
$7.99.
Oh,
$7.99.
and I see you're drinking a beer.
Yeah. You said bring them in, so I did.
Which one are you drinking?
This is a Ballast Point grapefruit.
I
Scope.
Grapefruit.
fucking hate that one.
Back to the
I've
grapefruit.
tried. No, I told Eric to bring in some grapefruit beers
Okay.
because of him.
I know.
I just did like a brewery where they do all craft beers. They listen to the show. It's
Really?
in Bristol, PA. Yeah, me and Jameson do a show there every Thanksgiving Eve.
And what do you have?
they're big fans of the show. They're like, dude, we know. I'm like, no, it's all good, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, that guy's writing my check at the end of the night.
It's never all good.
We know.
I'm like, it's just, I don't
We
know.
know.
It's just the guys I hang out with. They drink Bud. What am I going to do?
Sure, of course.
It's never all
not my
good when
fault.
you say it's all good.
But then they gave me a goblet of some kind of beer. It was pretty good.
Yeah? What did it taste like?
Beer.
Oh, wow. You brought that too? Eric.
Oh, the Hard Father's root beer. I see that. He's got that.
Well, the aftertaste of that, it goes down like root beer, and then it
pretty good, and then
it kind of hits you, and it doesn't taste like root beer. I noticed.
yeah, it tastes very adult.
And you can only have like 1 or 2 of those tops. Have you tried the Not My Father's root? I think it's called Not
Yeah,
My
it is.
Not your father's root
Not
beer.
Your Father's root beer. Have you ever tried that?
My mic's on. No.
I stand by.
About beers?
Ah, fuck.
It's Friday and it's beer time. What do you got there? Little Miller High Life?
You got a song?
The champagne of beers.
You got a
no,
song
but
for
you
this?
guys talking about the Rolling Stones? On the
Right.
cover of Rolling Stone
hour ago.
magazine.
Were you
Well,
invited
20
in
minutes
here?
ago. No, but I heard beer. What do we got here?
Oh my! What are you doing?
Should bring some chips. Matter of fact, on that Rolling Stone album, Clapton is playing on a couple of songs.
Is he really?
Yeah, he was recording down the hall
Yeah.
in the same studio.
Yeah.
And he came in and did some tunes.
Is it all covers?
All blues covers,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
All blues covers.
And was I right about, is Little Walter Muddy Waters his hard player? No, was that true?
I'm not
You don't
really
know
sure about
Huh?
that, but
Come
you got me on that one. I'm not really big
Dennis
into the
doesn't
blues.
like the blues
No
as
blues?
much.
You know, I was
or
always
he's not
surprised-
knowledgeable on the
No,
blues.
not
Mainly-
that deep,
Right.
into the blues.
Ace or bass?
Yeah.
That's who
I
you
like
go
the
for.
Moody Blues.
All right.
Give us,
Right.
I like
give
the
me a
blues
track
image.
listing of Blue and Lonesome by the Rolling Stones. I want to see what songs they're doing.
You can look it up on Google.
Yes, you're
look it up
interrupting
there.
our beer thing.
But you got beers.
And why are you wearing a Today Show hat?
I got a perk.
Wait, they do a show here?
Channel 108, Today Show Radio. Yeah.
Why would I know that?
It says Today Show Radio on the hat.
Did you know that?
You're too busy rearranging your office.
You have any
I couldn't
Opie
even
Radio?
sit in my spot today.
You have any Opie Radio
what I
hats
meant.
or Opie Radio T-shirts?
I got some T-shirts.
Yeah.
Go to opieradio.com. You
Those-
can buy one, you son of a bitch.
Those will be a collector's item pretty soon,
All
right?
What are you saying?
We
What do you
all
mean
know.
by that?
Well, I'd like to have a T-shirt.
No, why are you saying it's going to be a collector's item?
They might change the name.
But they're not changing my name.
No, but the channel name might get changed.
Well, whatever. I'll still be Opie and Opie Radio.
Well,
I'm not. What do you
but
mean?
but your name's not Opie Radio.
Huh? The show is my. I don't know.
I think they might be changing that too.
Changing what?
the name of the show.
Yeah, okay. That'll happen.
Denny and Friends? Is that what you said?
Opie's Afternoon Attitude. OAA. All the way.
Is he drunk?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, you were interrupting Eric.
But you got.
I can't have to host a karaoke party tonight.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you sing when you do the karaoke?
I try to get people up there to sing.
Most people that host it sing. So you
the
sing.
Summer wind.
Is that what you do, Frank?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I try.
How many do you sing throughout the course of the night?
I try about, I'll do
if
like
nobody's
maybe,
participating and you have to sing a lot, how many times
I
do
don't
these
beg them.
poor people have to hear
Until
you?
the alcohol kicks in, then they'll start singing.
Right.
And
What
then
other
it
songs
won't
do you sing to get the crowd going?
I'll usually do that. I like Frank, I Got You Under My Skin. That's a great
Sure.
one. You know?
Yeah.
I've got you under my skin. And see, the lyrics come up on the screen, so anybody could be a star.
We're familiar with karaoke, I
Yeah.
believe. I don't know. You're looking at Jim like he's a puppy.
No. Matter of fact, on your TV special, Simple Man, you use Skinner to open that up?
No, I couldn't pay for that.
Well, you could have done a karaoke version.
I got a good band called Rebel Inc. that did the music for it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you got to pay for songs these days.
Yeah.
And you got to pay a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money for songs.
Like, I think Artie Lang, for one of his specials, wanted a Highway to Hell to come out to Highway to Hell. It was like, and he was kind of friendly with the band. They kind of knew, and they still, I think it was like $125,000.
Come on.
Yeah.
And they're only using a piece of it, obviously.
Yeah, just for him to come out on stage. I know Norton got a reduced price for a Sabbath song because he knew Sharon or whatever, but still, it's a lot of money. It would probably cost me $40,000 to use a Simple Man to walk out on stage. So I'm like, nah.
I was working.
Speaking of Black Sabbath, go ahead.
No, I was saying I was working on a thing, and we had to write, and we were going to take a snippet of a Garth song, and same thing for just a little bit. It was $35,000.
Yeah.
For
really
for not even 15 seconds.
Come on,
30 something.
What are we
max.
going to use?
That's crazy.
You know,
long neck bottle?
No, I got friends in low places.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you got your headphones on there, Denny?
I do.
All right, take this. Frank, no, turn that down. Jesus.
Music.
Frank in the Bronx, go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. How are you? I just want to let you know the show started off great. The minute that cocksucking DJ, square box cocksucker, Denny, you're ruining the show. Talking about changing the name. We don't need to hear that shit.
Yeah.
We're listening to Opie right now. Opie Radio.
I like this. Thanks, Frank.
You fucking come on the show. You interrupt Jim, who's talking about a good deal for $5, which I'm gonna be one of the guys buying one, and then you just have to talk about bullshit. Be nice. Opie's fucking eating throw. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're kind of ruining the vibe of the show.
I'm sorry.
All right, Denny?
Yeah.
Denny, I'm sorry. I usually have you back. I like retarded DJs, but this time I'm against you.
That's why he likes this show.
Do you have a list of retarded DJs? I would love to get the list of retarded DJs going.
I'd rather not share that at this
Come
point.
on, give me another one on the list.
Oh, come on.
I'm at the top.
Huh?
Come on. Do you remember that fucking retard Cabby? Wasn't he a fucking retarded DJ?
Cabby from K-Rock?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know many of them. All I know is Denny's like, he just...
You're not sitting down, Denny.
Yeah, I might stick around for a while.
No. That's not how this works.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Anyway, guys, enjoy Friday. Enjoy the beer. And Eric, looking forward to your show.
Yeah, you hear that, Eric? He's looking forward to your show. I know you're not a big fan of Frank, but he's looking forward to your show.
Thanks, Frank.
So, Eric, what do we got over there?
He just gave him 2 beers.
And Denny, keep your mouth shut for a second.
This
Go
is
ahead,
only
Eric.
encouraging.
What'd you bring in today?
We have from Ballast Point, we have grapefruit sculpin and Not Your Father's root beer.
That's all you brought in today?
It's hard to find some of this stuff right around Midtown.
Yeah, because no one buys it. So they just take it off the shelf.
You don't have anything like without flavors? Like just real beer?
We're doing something with Florentine. I want him to try the root beer real fast.
Grapefruit.
I don't see
I'd
him
rather just
tasting
go to
it.
Stewart's.
I don't see him, yeah.
Can you just pour a little in a cup for Florentine?
You have a dad's root beer?
Not your father's root beer.
And what's the grapefruit beer? That's the one a lot of listeners try to turn me on to, and I've tried it. I just don't like it.
I thought you had a grapefruit beer over the last year. Didn't he give you one?
There's more than one grapefruit beer, Danny.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I didn't like.
All right.
People are always trying to turn me on to grapefruit beers, and I didn't like it.
The best was the Blackberry Smoke interview a couple weeks ago when we brought up grapefruit beer, and all the whole band's like, what? Right? Why is it grapefruit and beer?
Why would you do that?
And they weren't being sarcastic or anything.
They were clueless. They had no
Completely
idea.
clueless.
Yeah. What did they say they drank? Bourbon, I think.
Yeah, some bourbon and then some PBRs.
Yeah,
but a lot
beers,
of moonshine.
Yeah, I like a good PBR though.
I don't. Ooh, that's nasty.
I like old school shitty beer.
I just think of Dennis Hopper, and then it's Pabst Blue Ribbon got Heineken in Blue Velvet in the movie. He asked him what he's drinking. He says Heineken. He's Heineken. Fuck that shit.
Right.
Pabst Blue Ribbon got.
But now the hipsters with beards drink the PBR.
I know.
So now
it's not a good beer. It never was a good beer. It's a shitty beer.
Well,
it's like Old Milwaukee.
You like Jenny? Yeah. Jenny Cream Ale?
No.
You don't like Jenny?
No. I don't like
That's
Jenny.
That's big upstate beer.
I know.
Yeah. You like Labatt's from Canada?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's good. Moosehead. What happened to Moosehead? Remember Moosehead? The Moose is loose. That was a good beer, too.
Danny, get the fuck out of here. For real.
I used to work in a bar as a DJ.
Taking your stupid shots at me. Go!
I'm taking shots at you. I was just asking you. I've been asking you for a T-shirt for like a year, and you don't get the hint.
You're enjoying the fact that the channel's changing. Go!
Well, I mean, you have to roll with it. You want me to leave?
Yes.
He's playing the song.
Hit the road, Jack.
He came in with some good information about it.
And you got to pay full price for a T-shirt.
I'll take the Rolling Stone.
All right. There he goes.
Now back to the root beer.
Yeah, try the root beer real fast. We're not going to make a huge thing of this.
Right away it looks like soda.
It tastes like soda.
I know, but it even looks like it doesn't even look like beer.
Well, it's a big thing. I mean, they got other... Here, he's trying it right now. Be honest.
I don't taste any beer in this whatsoever.
Be honest. This will kick your ass. What's the alcohol in this, Eric?
5.
It's definitely 5?
No, it's like a beer, right? 5.
I think it's a little more than a beer.
We're going 8.
5.9.
Okay, 6.
Wow. All right.
Tastes like root beer, shitty root beer, sort of flat.
Well, the aftertaste is a little strange, right?
Just like flat root beer. There's no...
Yeah,
right.
I don't taste beer in this at all.
Do you like it?
No. I mean, then I'm drinking root beer.
Right. Well, I mean, it's supposed to get you fucked up as you feel like you're drinking a root beer. It's a new thing now. They have an orange soda. What else do they have, Eric?
Mike's Hard's always been around. The lemonade, the cherry cola, the orange. There's a whole line.
Yeah, so they got ginger ale, orange soda, cherry cola. Yeah. And they're all, the orange one is pretty damn good, too. You feel like you're drinking a soda, but you're definitely having an adult beverage.
Can't I just drink a few beers and feel the same way and get fucked up?
I guess, but it gets boring after a while.
You're supposed to trick yourself in. Is that the game? Well, I'm like him. I would rather just know I'm having some drinks, and that's what, I don't want to trick myself into thinking I'm having a soda, and all of a sudden I'm fucked up.
Did you try the root beer?
I tell you, it tastes like flat. It tastes exactly.
Did you like it?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It makes me want to have a root beer float at Dairy Queen.
It's not a bad idea. Throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we're talking.
When I'm drinking, I don't want to trick myself. I know what works. I know it works for me. Just let me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I've been around a while. When some girl tried to hand me a Long Island iced tea, she goes, "Here, drink this." I bought that. I go, "I'm not drinking that." She goes, "I bought it for you." I go, "Well, thanks, but I don't want it. I don't drink that."
Right.
What? But I bought it for you. I go, "I don't give a fuck."
Right.
I'm not going to drink 17 different alcohols in there.
Yeah.
A little sugar.
All right, you don't
just give me the money instead.
No, right.
You don't like not your father's root beer. I was trying to turn you on to something new today.
But seriously, I don't have to go, all right, good, I feel like I'm drinking a soda, but I'm really drinking beer. I'm going to get buzzed.
That part of it is tough to
it's
argue,
but that's right.
You like tasting the alcohol?
Yeah, just the beer taste or the liquor taste,
I like a good beer taste, that's for sure. All right, try the other one.
What is this?
That's just a beer, just a grapefruit beer.
Yeah.
A Sculpin.
All right, this has got some
grapefruit
foam
Sculpin.
It's an IPA, right, Eric?
India Pale Ale. Sculpin. I don't know what Sculpin means, but
that's a bad aftertaste.
Thank you. I don't like it. I really don't like that. I know a lot of people love that beer if they're going for like a grapefruit flavor or something a little different. It's rough, right? Strong.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Do you like IPAs?
If I have to. If I have to, I'm like, all right, give me something.
The Guinness? How about the stout?
No, not really.
They take those and they spin it into chocolate fudge peanut butter.
I'd rather drink like a German kind of
just a good
beer.
old.
Yeah, because that's just pure. There's no shit in it.
Okay.
I
never liked Guinness. Vic Henley.
I can drink Guinness, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'll drink it every once in a while, but I'm not a huge fan.
I remember I was over in London probably 15 years ago, and I always liked it when I see other countries do stupid shit like we do.
Right.
To fuck with a product. It's a tradition, like Coke, going New Coke or whatever. And they were trying to add on to the regular Guinness. It was a whole big campaign for like the summer. Extra cold.
Really?
The regular Guinness was supposed to be served at one temperature, and then they had over at the end of the bar, they had these things fucking liquid nitrogen down to something. But it was just a market. It was a whole bullshit that didn't work. But I was laughing at everybody. Like, I love it when y'all think y'all are high and mighty and you're cooler than we are. Y'all are trying the same bullshit marketing trick. Leave Guinness alone. You don't need to. Nobody thought, oh, this is a great Guinness. I need it colder.
Yeah, you don't have to improve on a Guinness.
Special can, a whole big thing.
They figured that shit out how many years ago?
Yeah,
if you had a guess,
400, 1655 or something like that.
Is that really when it started?
Something like that, I think.
I was going to go a few hundred
maybe
years.
Maybe 1635. It's way back.
It's way back.
You know,
it's just like the Bud and the Bud Light and the Coors Light. You're talking about like 20 calories.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. So if you drink 9 beers, you're saving 180 calories. That's nothing.
Of course.
So it means just drink the regular Coors, the regular Budweiser.
Mm-hmm.
I just like beer in general. I'm not doing it to like.
But you like it. You rather drink.
I'm not doing it to keep my girlish figure or anything. I just like to taste better, I think.
But we're talking like 20 or 30 calories.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's never going to make a difference.
But I think it's the taste. I think it just tastes. I like the taste of light beers. I'd rather do a Corona Light than a regular Corona.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be bummed if it's just Coronas laying around.
I was 100 years off. It's 1759. I said 1759. So
yeah, that's off a bit.
100. Only 100 years. It's only 100.
All right, let's go to the tracks of Blue and Lonesome. The only one I recognize is "I Can't Quit You, Baby."
I just saw I recognized
Zeppelin
a lot
did
of
a version of that.
Huh?
Zeppelin did that.
I know, but it's originally done by Willie Dixon, and the Stones have that on the album.
2 Willie Dixons, a Magic Sam, a Memphis Slim, a Howlin' Wolf.
Do you know any of these songs, Vic?
I don't know. I know all the artists. I know Blue and Lonesome by Memphis Slim. All of Your Love is Magic Sam. That's about it, maybe. Yeah. Otis Hicks and Jerry West, Hoodoo Blues.
Yeah, and then "I Can't Quit You, Baby" ends the album.
Jimmy Reed's a motherfucker. I know that. Little Rain with Edward G. Abner Jr. and Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed's a bad man.
I got to get this album. I got to check this out.
This is exactly how they did 50 fucking years ago. They just went in there and Mick had the harmonica and they fucking played a little Red Rooster and here we go.
Yeah, they wanted to get back to their roots and they're doing just that. How was your Thanksgiving? You were away.
Oh, yeah, man. I ate a whole bunch of food and, a good time was had by all. I went to a water park. It was amazing.
Outdoor?
No, indoors. It's one of those places. Yeah, it's all Kalahari. There's a bunch of them all over America, and it's all indoors. It's all indoor water park, and it's just insane. And it's like 1 million water slides, and I had a great time.
Doesn't it get a little too crowded inside?
We were there. We go. It's like anything. You go during the off time when it isn't packed,
right?
And we were leaving as everybody was storming in with all their kids and everything.
So you're there as they're opening the doors.
So we got in early and rode everything and avoided the lines, and it was amazing. I rode water slides all day long.
I gotta do one.
Where's that?
It was outside in Sandusky, Ohio, outside of Cleveland.
There's
40
miles. Poconos now.
Yeah, there's one in the Poconos.
Yeah, I've done the one in the Poconos with my kid.
Right.
Yeah, the indoor one.
The toilet bowl slide. It's a great one.
You've done the indoor though?
Yeah.
Does it feel crowded?
It wasn't that bad. It was between Christmas and New Year's last year when everyone was off. It wasn't that bad.
And what, people just decide not to go there?
No, I mean, it wasn't packed. You just sit there as a parent. You just sit there and you let your kids just go on and slide and you just hang out. You can drink beers.
Yeah, you get beers, you get food. There's got the game on. Plenty of restaurants. You just sit there and make sure they don't drown.
It's a couple hot moms in bikinis.
Oh, God. A lot of them, yeah.
It's nice.
Why are they wearing bikinis if they can't get any sun?
Because they still want to show off their figure. You know what I mean?
I'm assuming,
it's winter time. They still want to show it off. Look,
it's a pool party.
I'll acknowledge that's a dumb question. I will acknowledge that. But I would assume you just want to lay around in sweats if you know there's no sun.
No, because you're going to get wet. There's water everywhere. You eventually, you got to go in with a bathing suit.
Yeah, all right. I got to take my kid to one of these.
I'm telling you, he'd love it. He'd be the greatest dad ever. The only bad part is every now and then a line might get long, but then you go over to another one where there is no line, and they're all fun. It's a goddamn water slide.
Right.
You can't make that bad, really.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to book a trip. Was there any Trump talk at your Thanksgiving?
There was discussion that if anything came up that they were going to kibosh it, but then nothing came up, so it didn't matter. There was like 30 people there, and everybody was just hanging out and drinking, and they play a bunch of games. They do a Christmas thing where they buy each other weird gifts, and there's like a white elephant gift exchange where you can steal somebody's gift and do all these things. And so they got into the drinking and the carrying on before they got to the
But they
politics.
do that for Thanksgiving, even though it's more of a Christmas thing?
Because they're not going to see each other. together at Christmas, they know they know the group will be a little more fractured, so they always do it then. It's always just hilarious bullshit. You know, I wrapped up a Twinkie. Perfect. And somebody thought it was small and thought it was something cool. I put the Twinkie inside a Ziploc bag and stuck a couple of toothpicks in it so it would feel weird.
You went all out, Vic.
You know, it took at least 8 minutes.
Are you all right with Twinkies, Florentine? I'm not a fan of Twinkies.
Right, yeah, I was never a big fan.
No.
Any other snack cakes? Little Debbie? Nothing? Raisin pie? Nutty Buddy?
I used to like Susie Q's as a kid.
Okay. Right? King Dongs?
I like
Swiss cake
and
rolls?
then ring dings.
I like the ring dings. That one I like.
Drake's cakes were a big thing.
I like the Drake's cakes.
That was in New York.
Devil dogs.
Yeah, Devil dogs were
that was all right.
Drake's.
I like the Hostess pies. I forgot what oh, wait. No.
Oh, the fruit pies, you're saying?
Yeah. Who did what company did that, Erock?
Drake's did one and Hostess did one.
They did, okay. Yeah, I like those. They had a lemon one, I remember. Oh,
yeah,
shit. Is lemon okay?
My buddy's wife
is what?
Lemon okay?
Lemon what?
Lemon pie.
I'm not a big pie guy. What, one of those Debbie snacks or something that you...
there it is.
That's what she's saying. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, these Drake's, the apple fruit pies, they were good, yeah. But lemon's a little...
I never got into pies.
Really?
No.
I love pies. You like a good cobbler?
No.
I can make a fabulous peach cobbler.
Ice cream cake, I'll have a piece.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's my favorite cake.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not a cake guy at all, but I love the ice cream cake.
I haven't had one of those in, God, I'll go with decades.
My mom
They still sell those, Erock? The lemon Hostess fruit pie?
He's calling someone at Hostess headquarters right now.
Oh.
he's on the line.
Do they still sell those things?
Yeah, they still sell them.
I don't think I've seen that in a long, long time. Yeah, that was my go-to.
If you go on the road and you stop at a gas station off Route 80 in Pennsylvania, you'll see them.
Well, I
7-Eleven or something.
I avoid all those places because I'm weak. Can you walk by those things without putting money in it?
I wouldn't even bat an eye.
I get weak.
I'd want to make a
avoid.
Pie. If it did anything, it'd make me want to make my own. But my mom used to make homemade fried pies, and they were goddamn delicious. They were the best thing ever.
Really?
I'd eat like 19 of them at a football game every week. I just couldn't get away from the fried pie.
What was it, a fried apple pie?
Peach. Yeah.
Nice.
And apricot. Peach and apricot.
My sister made a peach cobbler.
Like I said, I can do a killer peach cobbler. Super easy.
This thing was ridiculous.
Yeah. It's not hard. Baking, something like that's pretty easy.
Really?
Yeah, because you get your dry and your wet going and throw it in there, and you get fresh fruit, and it's perfectly easy.
Why don't you just go buy one?
Yeah. I don't like the crust on the store bought ones as much as I like making my own.
Well, then cut the crust off. You know what I mean? That's all you have to do. We had Thanksgiving at my house, and everyone brought different things. I'm like, I'll get the ice, and I got the ice.
Good.
Yeah. How was Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you can use my house, and I'll just get the ice.
Sure.
And I'll get the ice, and that's it.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing. People, you run out of ice first.
You got to be prepared.
Yep,
you know, because there's only like that 7-Eleven or the liquor store that's open for a little while, so you got to make sure you get enough ice.
I'm with you.
Yeah. All right. You know that plane crash with the soccer team?
Yes.
They're talking that they ran out of fuel, and the reason they ran out of fuel was they were spending time trying to find a video game for one of the guys that was on the plane. He wanted his video game.
Oh, God.
What do you mean?
How does that affect the fuel?
Well, it affects the fuel because the pilot thought, you know what, even though we just wasted 20 minutes as this guy was looking for his video game, the pilot made a decision, said, we think we have enough fuel anyway, still.
Wait, look for his video game where?
I don't know.
In his luggage.
And his luggage under the plane?
Mm-hmm. So it sat on the runway running while they were looking for it. That's why it used up fuel.
Oh, okay.
It sat for 20 minutes.
They're sitting there
and
running.
he went through his luggage because he wanted the video game for the flight. And that took up about 20 minutes. And then the pilot's looking like, fuck, this plane's been running for 20 minutes on this runway already. And he made the decision that he thought they still had enough fuel.
But why?
And they're pretty much saying that is why this thing went down.
Okay, but why they only have fuel for an extra 20 minutes? Like if that tank was full.
They were going to refill and...
They're going to stop and refill somewhere, but the refilling place closed after midnight, so they couldn't stop there.
Yeah.
Doesn't anyone know that on the trip? You know what I mean? Like that they can't stop there and get fuel?
Well, this is the problem. Most plane crashes nowadays, it's human error. These things are good.
How could he?
It's always a human error.
Even after burning the 20 minutes of fuel, how is he still not looking at the fuel gauge, going, "That's enough," with some left over,
right? And making sure the place is open.
That's just.
And can't you land somewhere?
Well,
before that,
it's the Andes. That's tricky.
So that's that came out today. Guy wanted his video game.
Wonder what game it was.
That's what we're trying to find out.
It had to have been like a PSP or something like that.
Right, some just portable fucking thing that he. How long was the flight that he needed that?
You know how
watch a movie
are.
or something.
You know how people are.
Well, then the co-pilot is this. Did you see the girl? This really hot chick, and it was like her first professional flight.
Oh boy!
So,
what are you getting at?
No, I'm just saying that she didn't have a lot of experience, obviously, and she's a hot chick. She probably they probably cut corners going through the schooling or whatever she had to go through.
Wow!
If you're a teacher, you're going to go, all right, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, you know how to shut the door, the cockpit door? All right. Yeah, here you go. Here's your certificate.
Here you go.
Want to go get a drink? I'll drink grapefruit fucking beer.
Do you have to call it? Do you have to call it grapefruit fucking beer?
I'll call my friend Eric. He'll bring over some Rudy Tooty fruity beer.
If that dial there starts wiggling, just thump it a couple of times. That needle.
Yeah.
That was her first.
Let me see.
That was her first flight?
I think so. It was her first or second.
Yeah. Sucks. Yeah, we'll tweet out her picture. I didn't realize that part of the story. I didn't realize she was hot.
She's 29, so hopefully she had some training.
Was 29.
Yeah.
She didn't make it. Only 6 people made it. And then one of the guys, he told everyone the reason why he survived was he was listening. And what did he say? He put his head between his legs and did everything you're supposed to do. And he told everyone that everyone else was running around panicking on the plane. I don't think the families want to know that.
He said he did the safety protocol and nobody else did it.
Right.
And they were panicking, and that's why he survived.
Okay.
But why would you say that? You're a lucky son of a bitch.
Well, in future situations, maybe if someone else is running around panicking, they will learn to do the safety protocol.
God, Vic, you're pretty smart.
I don't know.
I just don't think the families want to hear that.
Well,
if my loved one just would have listened and put his head...
You wouldn't care if they died in the fetal position following the safety protocol, or they were running around screaming. Either way, they're not there.
Maybe they're trying to get in the cockpit to bang her. You know what I mean? We're going down.
Go one last time.
Yeah.
Sure, of course. There's no need for protocol at this point.
I think I'd be running around screaming guy.
Would you be?
I think so. Would you be running around screaming guy?
No, I'd be strapped in. I'd
and hoping for the best?
Yeah.
Me too. I've seen enough movies where and he surrounded himself. He packed luggage around himself to give him a little padding.
Smart.
He said, and then followed all the drills. And there
Smart.
He's probably packing. He's like, damn, here's the video game.
Finally, I found it.
Here
Here it is. We're okay now, everybody.
But only 6 survived, huh?
Ugh.
That was it. That's just sad.
That's horrible.
That's unbelievable. Wow, the phones are lit. This guy can tell you about Muddy Waters.
Okay.
You know about Muddy Waters.
I know a little.
All right, let's go to Larry in Ohio. Larry.
What do you say there, boys?
What's going on, Larry?
Well, I thought Vic was asking about Muddy Waters, his harp player back in the day. Is a guy named Marion Walter Jacobs, called him Little Walter. He's a real wild man.
Okay, I thought that
Vic,
was him.
Yeah, Vic said all that.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Yeah, Vic said his name was Little Walter. No, it's all right. What else about Muddy Waters?
Well, Little Walter died from injuries incurred in a street fight. He's a real wild man. Died in the mid-'60s. He had a great instrumental hit very early on in his career. He left home, I think, when he was 7. And he had a song, Juke. Little Walter and his Jukes playing Juke, plus a big hit, Blues with a Feeling. He was with Muddy until he died from those injuries from the street fight in, I think, 66 or 67, maybe 68.
Look at that.
See, that's just a perfect blues story right there.
He was only 37.
Of course. It's just A to Z, perfect blues story.
Blood clot in the heart.
A blood clot in the heart. Wow. All right, Larry.
Juke is a great tune. Juke's a great tune, guys.
Great. We'll check it out. Thank you, Larry.
Oh, Opie, one more.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton, Whiskey and You, an unbelievable tune. Chris Stapleton, Whiskey and You. Check it out for an opener once.
Chris Stapleton, Whiskey and what?
You.
And You. Stapleton. All right, we'll try it. Thank you, buddy.
He's the dude that was opening for Guns N' Roses down in Nashville.
Right, yeah, you're saying, yeah.
Let's say hi to... We got to talk about Guns N' Roses in a second. They had a Trump piñata down there in Mexico. Find the story, Paul.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this today. John in Jersey, go ahead. Oh, yeah.
I have a question for Florentine. I had a debate with my buddies the other day, and I was wondering if it's okay when you're eating pizza if you blot the grease with a napkin or paper towel?
I don't have a problem with that. My brother always does it, and his kids do it. And I used to do it once in a while, but no, I don't have a problem with that.
I'll take the napkins and I'll soak up grease. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll also squeeze it out a little bit when you're folding it. We fold our pizza down here in New York.
You have to.
They don't in other places in the
I know.
country. I believe up when I was up in Western New York, I don't think they were folding their pizza.
I sent my son to school with this, like, chicken the other day. I put it in his lunch.
Yeah.
So when he comes home, I go, "Did you eat lunch?" He goes, "Yeah, most of it." I go, "So do you like the chicken?" And he's like, "You're going to be mad at me." And he starts crying. And I go, "Why? What happened?" He goes, "No, you're going to be mad." I go, "What? What happened?" He goes, "I put ketchup on it." I'm not lying. I swear to God.
he knows you so well.
He was crying. I'm like, it's okay. That's all right if you did.
So you're doing the same thing to your kid as you do to everyone else in your life.
I swear, he was crying in the back seat. And I thought something happened. I don't know what he did. I'm like, oh, shit. Did I go talk to his teacher?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Just dad being dad. Oh, that's great.
No, it's funny. Chuck in Boston, he wanted to ask you, Jim. He goes, I put ketchup on my hamburger. Can you forgive me?
Yeah. Look, if I forgave my son, I can forgive you. And I said, look, you're allowed to. I said, it's mostly not necessary, but if you want, don't worry about
that
it.
wasn't the joke.
Chuck, well, that's what it says on my screen. So
It wasn't a joke. No, I was going to say, listen, I need some advice from Florentine.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was in a Ruby Tuesdays. I was sitting at the bar, and I had a setback. I had been off the sauce for about 2 years, and then I don't know, can you forgive me? I put ketchup on my hamburger. Can you ever forgive me?
Wait, you were off? What do you mean you were off? So you were sober?
I was off the sauce, the ketchup. Get it?
Oh, he was
All
off
right.
the off the
All right, it went over your head, I guess.
Oh, God.
You're the one that's supposed to be making this shit up, not me.
I wouldn't make that up.
Chuck, you're very aggressive today.
I know.
Why are you so aggressive today, Chuck?
I don't know. I thought I came up with a good joke, and then a comedian couldn't figure it out. Actually, 3 comedians couldn't figure it out.
Well, now that I've had time to think it over, it is pretty good. It's off the sauce.
I really believe it.
I was off the sauce for 2 years, and then all of a sudden I had a setback because I got it. Get it?
Yes, we get it now. Thank you, Chuck.
All right. Can you forgive me?
I'm more mad at you. You were eating at Ruby Tuesdays. It's a joke. Did you get it?
He's still there, but all right, he hung up. Hey, it's a real thing, though, man. I always think, what will Florentine think?
Florentine think? We started. We said it should be an app.
I'm telling you, you got something there because I'm not the only one. I know other people. They like, oh fuck, Florentine would not approve of that.
The original WWJD.
Yep.
And just app it up, baby.
Where you at with milkshakes?
All right, you know.
I had an amazing vanilla milkshake last night. It was
Where?
At my house.
Was it homemade?
My wife got it from one of those burger joints.
Like a Shake Shack or something?
I think it might have been Shake Shack, actually. She had a few sips. She said, I'm done. And then I destroyed it.
They taste good.
They're amazing.
You can't take that. Yeah.
Vanilla shakes are amazing.
I had a chocolate malted.
Oh.
It was delicious. Yeah, where they put the malted powder right in, just in the milkshake.
You all right with that?
I haven't thought about it in about 35 years, so give me a minute.
Do you eat ice cream at least?
Once in a while, I'll have like a piece of ice cream cake if there's a birthday and they throw out the ice, not the regular cake.
But how about ice cream? You're scooping it out into a nice bowl. A little cookie dough flavor or something with chocolate chips in there.
There's like these ice cream sandwiches me and my son will have.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
All right. You're missing out.
But you're not going Haagen-Dazs chocolate peanut butter.
No, but it's not even. It's like a tofu.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Haagen-Dazs chocolate peanut butter is delicious.
Is that your go-to?
That or Chubby Hubby by Ben and Jerry's.
Chubby Hubby.
Hubby.
I used to like their Cherry Garcia.
That's my mom's favorite.
That used to be my go-to as far as Ben and Jerry goes.
I'm saying
Eric, just put his headphones on. What's up?
I just moved over.
Oh, all right. I get excited.
If you're going to talk about Ben and Jerry's, you got to go with the Willie Nelson ice cream.
Which one is that?
Peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Best.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Making it now.
Yeah,
but, it was
limited edition.
Why the fuck would they stop making it if it's that damn good?
If people aren't buying it, they try new flavors all the time, and if people don't buy them, they'll discontinue them. That would be my guess.
Unless it's got chocolate and fucking pretzels and potato chips in it. People aren't buying it.
Yeah. What, they put potato chips in ice cream?
Yeah,
Jimmy Fallon's
one has potato chips.
I didn't know that.
Colbert's is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colbell's is a spin on the caramel cone.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
got cone in it and everything.
No, I mean, ice cream is my thing. I love ice cream.
I could eat ice cream every day.
Right.
I try to avoid it. I try. I get weak. God, having kids and having this shit in the house.
Yeah, if it's in the house, I'm eating like 3 or 4 of those ice cream sandwiches. You know,
so frustrating.
It's 2 a.m, no one's up but me, and I'm like, oh, I think I'll have another one of these. These are absolutely
We'll
wonderful.
get a half gallon. They'll have a tiny little scoop each, and then I'll just destroy the rest of the thing.
Growing up, my mom used to buy cherry vanilla because that was her favorite, and it was the only one that fat little me wouldn't eat. I didn't like it, so she would buy that just to keep me from eating it so she could enjoy some every now and then.
Yeah, my dad used to buy like the good stuff, like the Breyers.
Yeah.
Was the name brand, and then he would buy like the shitty ShopRite. Ice cream for us, and then he put Dad's a note on it like it was his, so you couldn't touch his good shit. So we'd eat the shitty ShopRite vanilla.
And what would happen if you dared venture into the Breyers?
Oh, yeah, he would know. He'd be pissed.
And
yeah, his peanuts, like he always bought the best stuff, and he put his name on it, so he couldn't touch that.
And then you guys had the shitty?
Yeah, the generic, no frills.
My mom loved maple walnut ice cream, and I think she knew we just didn't like that. But after a while, we learned to like it. Because that was the only ice cream she brought in the house for a while.
Well, when my mom was reminding me of the cherry vanilla thing, I was way into adulthood, and I'm like, then you should try Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. If cherry vanilla is your flavor, and I thought it was going to blow the roof off her head. She was like, oh my God! to this day, it's like one of the 5 greatest things I ever did for her. Yeah. Was introduce her to that.
And she's still eating it?
Still eating it to this day, right.
Nice.
Yes.
We got a pilot. He says that story doesn't make sense that we just had. But it's a real fucking story today there, Jose. What's up?
Hey, how are you guys?
All right, you're a pilot?
No, that's not what I said. There was an eerie coincidence, another eerie coincidence on this with this whole thing. The pilot of the plane that died left a child behind. He just had like a kid. His father, the guy who died, also died in a plane crash when he was just born as well.
Ooh.
What are the odds of that?
Isn't that weird?
That is...
yeah, it's more than weird. What the hell?
And apparently because the dad died, that actually made him want to become a pilot.
Wow.
And then he ends up dying. It's like leaving his kid an orphan. It's messed up.
Right. How about the family tree? They stay away from that occupation. So it's over. I had no idea.
I wonder if there's more to that, though.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like maybe, he let the plane go out of gas on purpose.
Oh.
Who knows? I mean, you know that other guy, that German pilot, just crashed the plane right into the mountain.
Right.
That dude.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? It's a weird story that for 20 minutes they're looking for a video game underneath the plane is running, and then they run out of gas, and they don't know at midnight this refueling station is closed. I mean, come on.
If that's your job, I think you just know all that
And you're an
stuff.
airline. You're not a private, jet taking somebody, and you don't know.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I guess more will come out. It seems a little fishy.
Well,
Thank you, Jose.
That's right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right, man. Are Vic and Jim ever coming to my area? That's Bill in Florida. So with that, we should get some plugs in and take
It's
our
a big
first break.
state. Florida's a big state.
I always come to Florida.
Let's see what part of Florida. Bill, what part of Florida are we talking?
Naples.
Naples.
Oh, he's way down.
Naples, Florida, off the hook. I see Bobby Kelly, Jimmy. I even saw Amy Schumer there. Patrice was the best.
Right.
I've been a big fan of yours, Opie, and I'm loving the new show.
Thanks,
been
Bill.
a big fan ever since you came to XM.
Thank you.
I never lived in an area where I could have heard you without satellite.
Right.
But anyhow, off the hook. And I've heard you guys make fun of it the other way. I forget which one he is.
It's a seafood. It was a seafood restaurant. It used to be commonly a seafood restaurant.
Yes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst gigs ever in the history of comedy, I think.
Like, guys, I love it.
Captain Shitties.
Captain Brian.
Captain Brian, and he's an asshole, too.
Nah, he's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
But he won't give you water. I drop $100-$200 for dinner and drink, and he won't give me a glass of ice water.
Your phone is over modulating. I've turned your phone way down, and you're still over modulating. I know what's going on.
I'm excited. I'm yelling.
Oh, but the guy wouldn't even give you water?
No.
I hate these places where you got to ask for water now.
Yeah,
it's just so stupid.
spend several $100s and I can't get a glass of ice water.
Right,
I understand a 2-drink minimum or whatever, but
so are you guys going to be in Florida?
There's a club in Fort Myers I used to do. I usually do once a year, maybe like March or so.
Yeah. Well, what you could do is download Florentine's special, Simple Man.
Okay.
And put in promo code Opie and you get it for $5.
Yeah, let's get the numbers up. Let's show Florentine that I still got some fucking heat.
Heat?
I do use the word
yes, I'm going to use the word heat. I'm lukewarm right about now. But we're coming back, baby.
Stoking the fire.
Opie.
Yes.
Next
Yes,
time
sir.
you talk to Bobby, he came into my restaurant. I have a little Bill's Cafe is the name of it.
Okay.
And Bobby came in and had corned beef hash and pancakes. And so he ordered like four or five meals for adults. It was him, his wife, and his kid. Bobby likes his food.
Yeah, he
knows how to do it, man.
We worry about Bobby.
Yeah, he gave me free tickets for him and everything.
Cool. All right, Bill, we got to let you go because I got to take a break now,
Thanks,
right?
guys.
All right,
All
Bill.
right. Bye.
We're tweeting out the Florentine info. If you follow us on Twitter, it's Opie Show on Twitter. All the links and everything we talk about, it's just a running thing on that Twitter page. Yep. And we just tweeted out that Florentine's special, Simple Man, is only $5. Use the promo code Opie at jimflorentine.com.
Yeah. And then it's on pre-order, iTunes, Amazon, everywhere you can get it. It'll be out next Friday.
I'm excited for you.
Thanks, man.
I think it's going to do very well, Florentine.
Yeah.
And you financed it yourself.
Yeah.
It's brave.
I like it, though. I like it. I know a lot of guys that have done this and been happy with the results, but,
Well, we'll see.
Well, at least you can control, when you finance, you can control the final content, the edits. You don't have to work with somebody. You don't have to risk, you got to, it'll all be, if you live or die by your own volition.
The new model is if you have some kind of audience, obviously like a Louis is different, but if you have some kind of audience, own your stuff because the royalties that are coming soon through Spotify and all those streaming sites are going to basically going to have to pay what satellite radio is paying right now, which pays a great rate.
Yeah.
And they're getting away with it, YouTube and all that stuff now, but in like the next 2 or 3 years, they're all going to have to pay exactly pretty much what satellite's paying. So if you own your shit, they're going to, and they go back. You know, what happened with satellite is they went back, if you own your stuff, you own the master, they went back to like 2002, 2003 and got all that money for you if you own that master when they played your shit.
Right.
So all of a sudden, like a year and a half ago, you get huge checks.
I got the windfall check. Yeah. Same thing happened.
Well, there was a news article about the Turtles. They just made about $99 million off this place.
What do you mean?
For back royalties.
Flo and Eddie?
Flo and Eddie.
Why that much money?
Wait, Sirius XM to pay up to... Why did I see an article that said they lost? This is, but this one says they won. November 30th, Sirius XM to pay up to $99 million in Turtles-led royalty lawsuit. Wow. It's a royalty battle. With wide-ranging implications, has ended with an expensive setback for satellite radio service Sirius XM. $99 million they had to pay out.
One of those guys stayed in radio forever. I've seen one of them somewhere out in America.
Yeah, he was on like Howard Station for a while, I think, back in the day, right?
Like K-Rock, I think he was on.
Was it K-Rock? Yeah, he did a little radio. Let's not even mention his name. He likes to sue, obviously.
We don't have any money.
I hope we had that info right, or this guy's going to come after you.
We don't have any money.
Well, there was something when the merger
shake you down.
When the merger went down, like I guess for the FCC to approve it, they said, "Okay, you have to start paying this real royalty rate."
Yeah,
like they held it off until the merger, so they saved a lot of money. And then once and then they passed it along to the consumer.
Okay,
the consumer has to pay like another $150 a year.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, and that takes care of all the royalties for the artists.
But $99 million for Happy Together? Really? What other song do they have, Vic?
Eleanor.
Come on.
There's a song called Eleanor, Happy Together, and
come on.
The third one. There was 3.
I don't know if I know Eleanor.
Eleanor's the third one. I'm forgetting the.
Are these? Go to their singles.
You know.
We all know Happy Together. What else? I'm sure someone's screaming at their radio right now, but I don't know the Turtles. What?
It Ain't Me, Babe. She'd Rather Be With Me.
Nope.
It Ain't Me, Babe is a Bob Dylan cover, too.
I don't see anything that comes close to Happy Together. So they basically got $99 million for being a one-hit wonder.
There's Eleanor.
Give me a little Eleanor.
It's stupid, but
Why is it stupid?
I don't even know if I know this. No, it's.
I was excited to have a beer today there, Eric, but those two I just don't want. Maybe we have other stuff in the back. Maybe we'll give you a real beer, Florentine, after the break. You've been doing radio all day. We got to take care of you.
No, I'll do. Yeah.
Yeah. Vic, what do you got, buddy?
I've got new websites up. It's VicHenley.com. It's been revamped. So I'm all up. It's up and the calendar's on there. And I'm going out with Kathleen Madigan in January and February. I'm at LOL in San Antonio in February, but it'll all be that. They're still tweaking it, but it works.
I like it. It looks very nice.
It's not
Did
bad.
Lenny do that? Lenny Marcus?
Yeah, Lenny Marcus did that. He did a fabulous job.
Yeah, Lenny does good on the websites.
I might have to have Lenny tweak mine.
I got the picture of all of us in there with I'll call that photograph 11,000 years of comedy.
It's amazing. It's a photo.
A great shot. It's one of my favorites in the past few years. Darryl Hammond, Jim Norton, Jay Leno, you, Gaffigan, and me.
That was all on one show.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And Leno was funnier than shit that day. He was mean and edgy and just busting balls, and he was just a joy. It was really, really fun.
He was awesome. I hope he comes back. He was great. He was a lot of fun. Eric, what do we got?
That's it.
That's it. We got the Patrice O'Neal thing. We're slowly rolling out.
You have it. Where is it? It's on the YouTube now?
Yeah, we're going to put it out one section at a time. There's 17 parts.
It's a 14-hour special.
Yeah, so the first one's up on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. People have been asking for this for a long time. Eric put a lot of fucking work into this, and we're going to release like one a day, because each one is about 40 to 50 minutes.
Is this all appearances all the times he was on the show?
We ran this huge thing for the weekend, huge tribute to Patrice, where it's all the comics did little testimonials about Patrice. It's Patrice moments on the show. It was a mixture of cuts from his Elephant in the Mr. P was about to come out.
Right.
So we have cuts of that mixed in there at the time, and it's well done. It's fun and it's sad at the same time.
Absolutely. And leading up to Christmas, we'll release one a day, and there's 17 parts. So. The first one's up there already. It's 45 minutes long. Go to Opie Radio on YouTube. Nice, right, guys? Britney Spears, anyone?
No. Yeah.
Is it some kind of anniversary for this?
Her birthday.
Her birthday, 35 years old. Oh, my God. We're getting old. Yep. Me and Anthony used to have her posters in our office back at NEW.
Sure did. We have the photos online.
And
as a goof? Or as a serious?
Give me a second. I'll send it to Paul.
I don't think it was as a goof for Anthony as it was for me.
He was a fan.
Let's just put it that way.
It was the poster next to the countdown chart for the Olsen twins.
Yeah, we had a countdown chart.
Which poster was it?
It was when she was
the original one,
barely legal.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Okay,
that's what I mean by getting old. She's now 35. We would have these posters up in our office, and salespeople and people that worked at the radio station would come in and just give us a look like, "Oh, you guys are pigs." That's the exact poster we had up.
That one?
Yes.
That's
She's
preteen.
maybe...
That's Jared from Subway gets a boner over that.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. I mean, NEW, we got fired in 2002. That's 14 years ago, excuse me.
21,
but we had that post for a while, so she was probably 18, 19. Oh, the salespeople. Oh, God. They were disgusted by us. And then we had the Olsen twins countdown calendar, yes.
Countdown for what?
Till they were legal.
Oh, seriously? Really? That was like a thing you guys would put like the prison X on it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, God.
And is this all, where are we going now? I'm looking for the photos. Yeah, we're looking at old photos from our old show. We used to be able to do stuff with the radio show.
How long ago? Well, I want to know. I want to celebrate the anniversary of when she shaved her head and went crazy. Find out when that happened.
Oh, I guarantee that's at least 10 years ago.
That's a better anniversary than this one, than being 35 birthday, I think.
For the O&A fans, I'll tell you this much. Pat Duffy got a hold of me. Baby Bird, 10 years ago.
2007.
Shaved head.
Shaved head for her, 2007.
Nice call. You said almost 10.
I said...
you said 10.
9 years ago. But Baby Bird is 10 years old, Eric. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can.
You can believe that?
I've been going through a lot of this old stuff, and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We've been doing this way too long.
Is Baby Bird spitting food into people's mouths? That
never seen Baby Bird?
I saw this Saturday Night Live sketch with Will Ferrell.
Well, that was an amazing sketch. They actually ran that recently.
Then it was like a thing. People had contests all over America.
This is Pat Duffy. This is Pat from Menaki. This is Joe Rogan coming up with it. Basically, we had an eggnog drinking contest. We used to do it. How many years did we end up doing it? Like 3, maybe? We might have squeezed in 3.
I think that might have been the last one.
And basically, you drink eggnog until you puke.
Ugh.
Old school radio stuff, which we loved. And then Joe Rogan came up with this.
Shit!
I gotta see. Is this a video?
You've never seen this?
I never saw this.
Good
Florentine
Lord!
has never seen this?
I love watching people puke.
I've never seen this.
Wait. Hold on. So you got Pat from Menaki. He has officially won the eggnog drinking contest, but he hasn't puked yet. And then this happened. We'll tweet this out for the people that have never seen this. But this is 10 years old, according to Pat Duffy. Go ahead, push play on this.
Tyson?
Yeah.
Just that inevitable loss.
Joe Rogan playing Carolines all weekend long. And Bill Burr was in studio,
with the Amazing Racist opening up.
Pat, how are you?
It's getting real close.
All right, it's getting real
close. The suspense. All the cameras out. We've not done that thanks to XM.
He's just drinking now. He's up to 76.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
The baby bird is going down.
The baby bird, it's happening.
The baby bird is happening. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That last. Oh, another one. Was that Rogan yelling with excitement?
Yeah. Oh, Rogan loved it.
Jesus. Good Lord. Who is that that's taking it? Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
He didn't even get up, this dude.
That's Pat Duffy.
Oh, my God.
The legend. Who's now married. So, obviously, we got to explain this for the people that have never seen this before. I've never seen more liquid come out of a human being. It looks like a fire hose of eggnog, right?
Yeah, it looked like a movie trick almost.
There was at least 4 of those.
Yeah, I thought it was. If I wasn't watching it, I would go, "Where's the trick hose thing?"
Yeah. No, man, that's how much eggnog he had in him.
Obviously.
And it was called the Baby Bird because Pat Duffy had his head over a garbage can, and Pat from Menaki was doing it right into his open mouth. But there was so much; it was just going everywhere.
And he had his mouth open.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pat Duffy
and
is
he didn't
a legend.
Puke. Pat didn't
He didn't
puke.
get sick at all. He was at the end. You saw him. He was just washing it off. He just washed it off his face.
The stuff Pat Duffy did for our radio show, and then we had to shut him down, unfortunately, because they started really clamping down.
He was just somebody y'all found to do crazy shit?
Amazing.
Was this at WNEW or XM?
NEW, early XM. Yeah, and then they finally came to us like, look, man.
What, you guys can't do this anymore?
Yeah, what were some of the other stuff Pat Duffy did?
That was XM and K-Rock when we did all this. But
right.
He did that.
I said NEW. Yeah, of course, K-Rock.
It was NEW and K-Rock. He did...
No, now you're saying NEW. It's K-Rock and XM.
Oh, God damn it, yeah.
Yes.
So K-Rock and XM.
Yeah.
And he did the staple gun to the head.
Right.
Which we had to take him to the emergency room.
Like Mickey Rourke and the wrestler?
Yeah, he...
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But the thing hit his skull and bent inside, so it was locked in. So they had to go and cut it out.
Yep, locked into his skull.
Jesus.
He did that. He did...
he would brush his teeth.
Brush his teeth with poo from a homeless person.
No.
I thought that was dog shit.
No.
That was the first time.
All right, we always had to up it. So we did it with dog shit, and then he's like, all right, and then we got, I guess it was whose homeless shit was it? Tippy Tom, maybe?
It was Tippy Tom's underwear.
Yeah.
Good God.
And then he brushed his teeth with that.
And he never puked when he did it?
No.
He was just ridiculous. He was unbelievable.
And now he's like a regular person.
Well, I mean, we had to say goodbye to him, unfortunately.
So he's out there in life, just living a regular life.
He just got married and
telling people, "Hey, a long time ago, I used to."
He just wrote me. He said, "Look, Baby Bird, 10 years old."
That's just.
I'm trying to remember all the other stuff he's done.
Good Lord.
He never said no. We would always come up with these ridiculous things, and he was in every single time. I don't think he ever said no to us.
It's the ultimate team player.
All right. You don't remember any other ones, Eric?
Those are the ones that
Those were the headliners.
Yeah.
Or some of the headliners.
Is there video of him brushing his teeth with?
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
I want to see
He just
that.
made a face.
Florentine goes, I want to see that.
He's like, no, you don't. You don't want to see that.
Yeah. It was on Live Leak.
Uploading.
It's uploading right now? All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the staple gun vividly because Steve and I got yelled at heavily as you guys walked off to XM. And Tom Chiasano screaming at us.
Yeah.
Because we had to take Pat to the hospital.
Well, it happens.
People go to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's comedy.
Me and Anthony would leave a mess and then just leave.
Just leave.
To go do something else.
Yeah.
Right. We would just leave and these guys would have to clean up for us. It was greatly appreciated. Certainly.
Yeah. So are the wildfires in Tennessee.
Right.
If you're going with that strategy.
Those fires, are they under control finally?
I don't know. I saw Dolly giving away money, and I thought that was wonderful. But she offered a whole bunch of money until everybody gets back on their feet.
Why is it wonderful?
Somebody's got to take care of them.
She's at the end of her life. What is she going to do with all those millions?
Help people then.
All right. If she was a lot younger, I'd be impressed.
No, she's still touring, man. She's out there. Dolly ain't going anywhere.
How old is she, you think?
70.
That's it?
2, maybe.
Oh, I would think she's older than that.
She's been around for 50 years.
Right. Yeah.
70.
7-0.
She's only 7-0.
All right.
She's been around.
She still tours. It's still a great fucking show. She plays all the instruments. She can do all. You got to go see Dolly.
Yeah.
Fuck Cher. Go see Dolly.
Why would I see Cher?
I'm just saying of your female one name icons.
Oh Jesus! I wouldn't even have to think about that.
Beyonce. Would you go see Beyonce?
For what reason?
Madonna.
I saw Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Florentine, would you see Madonna?
I didn't realize. That was the day I realized there are a lot of gay people. I had no idea.
Oh, Madison.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I made a lot of friends that night.
That was I don't know. At least
2006.
Maybe around there. At least 10 years ago.
I saw around that same 2008.
I gotta be honest with you.
It was a great fucking show.
I'm not going to look at this guy as I say this. It was a good show.
I enjoyed it.
It was a good show.
I saw Madonna and Beyonce within a few months of each other, and they were both great.
There's only one Madonna song I actually truly like. It's called Ray of Light.
Okay.
But obviously she has catchy stuff, but that song I actually like. It's the only Madonna song if I hear it, I do want to listen to it.
But every time my ex was with me and we had the tickets, she got us a hookup from down here somehow. And every time she'd wander off to the bar to get drinks, and the whole Madison Square Garden is filled with just gay men, totally. And every time she'd come back, there's 3 other dudes have walked up and they're giving me shots. She's like, "You're making a lot of friends tonight." I'm like, "These guys are great. They got tequila, great. They got weed and tequila.
We're having a ball." You're the best, huh? That's our old office. We got to tweet that out now. Too many visuals today. See, there you go. That was truly our office.
That's a nice office.
You got the Olsen twins. That was a cast from a woman that came in.
I like the fact that there's a laundry basket there under someone's desk. I don't know what that's doing there.
I don't know what the laundry basket was all about. A filter poster. We made a poster out of a picture that was in Playboy magazine of me and Ant when we did that article.
I see the Fozzy poster, Jericho's band.
Yeah, that's when we've met him for the first time. Looks like a McFoley autographed picture. There's the Britney Spears that we talked about. What else do you see in this picture?
Kurt Angle autograph.
What?
Looks like a Timmy Doll and a Kurt Angle autograph, too.
Yeah. Yeah, the office was very nice. Did we have a cleaning lady? I can't believe how nice this was. So, we'll tweet that out.
Is that an old English 800 neon light there?
The beer companies loved us.
Old English. The old
Did I ever tell you the beer story?
About Sam Adams?
I'm amazed. I've been at Sirius and XM, whatever, for 12 years. We've never had a beer sponsor, which I think is completely ridiculous.
They don't advertise on satellite.
Why don't they do that?
Heineken used to do just one, maybe 2 channels, and one of them was Howard because they had an existing relationship.
Right.
But they've never done advertising with the rest of the company.
And they just don't believe that it works?
I don't know.
Or is it too expensive? I know you don't know. I'm just throwing questions out there.
A whole bunch of things. But yeah, the beer companies did not follow, and not just us, but any show. Like Mad Dog, when
Right.
he came over here, had had Budweiser and everything over at the Fan, and nothing when he got here.
Look at the Jägermeister machine that we finally had to get rid of because we had a problem. Had a little problem. And you see all those refrigerators? They were all for beer.
Nice.
And what happened was Sam Adams was a massive sponsor. A lot of the old guys that listen still, they understand that. Then it was Bud Light. The bigwigs from St. Louis would take me and Anthony out to lunch, and they're like, what else can we do with you guys? They loved
That's great.
us.
Yeah.
We sold them a lot of beer. So it was Sam Adams, it was Bud Light, and then I think Heineken came on board. I think. I would have to ask some of the old salespeople. So Vic and Jim, these guys would come in with a pallet of beer every week.
Yeah, that'll stack up on you real quick.
Every week.
Yeah.
It was part of their deliveries. Every week they knew to bring beer to our office.
Where would you just keep it? Just kept
In these refrigerators. You know, I shouldn't say a pallet. That's an exaggeration, but it was a lot. It was
like a few cases.
It was a couple cases of. See the one refrigerator? It says just beer on it. Yeah, it was a couple cases of Sam Adams every week. Ant loved his Bud Lights, especially when we were broadcasting. So it was Bud Light, Sam Adams, and Heineken every week, just rolling through. And then Jägermeister got involved, as you can see. I've seen those. A chilled.
I got a Jägermeister machine in my basement.
Do you really?
Yeah. Chilled, shot glasses, all of that stuff.
Do you do the Baron Jaeger, the Honey Jaeger?
I haven't tried that yet because they're trying to compete with Fireball too. Even though,
I stay away from Jaeger.
The Honey Jaeger's good.
My Buffalo days, that was the shot of choice.
That machine was in a lot of radio stations around America.
Yeah,
and a lot of people had problems, like you said.
Oh yeah. Well, then it got to a point because we had no bosses. Because the one guy was running 3 stations. So we were there by ourselves most days. And then we hired shot girls for Fridays. And we had a whole entourage of people almost every show near the end. We had foosball tables, and it was crazy. We were barely doing the radio show. It was just a huge party.
With some microphones turned on.
What, Eric?
Didn't you have Crystal Method spinning?
I guess.
You had club
I don't remember
DJs
all of it
coming in,
anymore.
and they were spinning.
Oh, yeah, we had the club. But they weren't spinning on air. Or sometimes they did. They would spin in this lobby area that we had right outside the radio station because there was just a party going on while we were doing our show. And then we would bring some of the people in to do the show with us. And then during commercials, because it's regular radio, 16, 18 minutes of spots. Then we would go out and have fun for 18 minutes, then go back in, talk for another 10 minutes.
Now,
and then
who was the show before you or after? Did they have a problem with all that craziness going on?
Christ. That's this. Yeah, Carol Miller hated us because she didn't.
No. Carol was way before you started doing all this stuff.
No. It was seeping in with the Carol Miller days.
Because when you started having the shot girls and the DJs,
that was Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez were there, and Ron could care less.
No, they were happy.
Okay.
No, they were a perfect show right after us. But before that, it was traditional rock DJs, and they hated us because they're like, that talk shit's not going to work. We want to play the music.
Right, because NEW was a legendary station in New York.
It was.
Scott Muni and all those guys, just music. It was just music driven, and then all of a sudden these two guys come along. And I'm like, what is going on here?
You knew it was a Good Friday show too when Eddie Trunk came on at like 11 o'clock or midnight, and Ant was still there.
Yeah,
he did his show, and then Ron and Fez, and then he was there for Eddie Trunk.
He's still there.
Oh yeah, he had no reason to go home, and I barely had a reason to go home. Let's just put it that way. So, but I didn't make it all the way to the Eddie Trunk. But I would hang out on Ron and Fez certainly a bunch of times. It was unbelievable. It really was. And then we had a PD, Gary Wall, who I do love to this day. I don't think he really likes us these days, whatever. But he would tell us to just fuck everything up. And then he would tell the DJs a different story. Like, no, I think this could work with the music and those guys. And then he would meet with us and just tell us, just fuck it up.
Like, don't worry about those guys.
No, don't play any of the stupid music that I scheduled for you. Break whatever you want. It was crazy.
Oh, that's good.
It was crazy times. Pat Duffy on the line. Pat.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man? I saw your tweet 10 years ago was the baby bird. We just played it and tweeted it out.
No, it's an amazing. I was literally sitting in my house last night and I was thinking, why is December 1st significant to me? And then I realized what it was. It's amazing how quickly time flies.
It's crazy. And Rogan came up with the term baby bird.
Yeah. No, I wanted to let you know, you guys are talking about that Jägermeister machine that you got rid of. I now own that very Jaeger machine.
Do you? Are you putting it to good use still?
Well, I drag it out for house parties, and then Eric gave it to me a couple years ago, and it was like I almost got in a lot of trouble with it because I almost wouldn't be married right now if I had kept that out on rotation at all times.
Oh, so you had to get rid of it. You had to put it in a safe spot. Eric, you gave Pat Duffy the Jägermeister machine?
I had nowhere else to go. I was just like, Pat, you got to take this away from me.
Were you having a problem with it too?
Well, yeah, I gave it to a cousin, and he had it for about a year, and then all of a sudden he showed up at my door. He's like, this thing has to go. So I just passed it off.
Well, what happened was Jimmy knocked some sense into us because we were back on radio for barely a month, maybe a little longer, and this was after having to sit out 2 years and 3 months. And the Jägermeister machine caused some problems with naked girls crying on the sidewalk outside the building and other things. And Jimmy, I went out to breakfast with him after the show, and he's like, what the fuck are we doing? We just got back. I'm like, man, I think you're right. And I think we got rid of the Jägermeister machine literally the next day. I was like, yeah, I think you're right. I think we got to calm the fuck down. We just got back on radio.
So it still works, Pat. When you bust it out for the house party, it's still fully functional?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, it's a big hit, too, because people have only ever heard of those machines, because I don't think they make them anymore. Yeah. And, I get people lined up for them, and it's pretty sweet.
How long you had yours, Jim?
I've had mine for a couple of years. I used to do some stuff for Jägermeister, promotional stuff, so they sent me, and I got like 5 cases of Jaeger in my house, so I'm like, I wish I was 18 where I could drink this shit. But I have it when I have parties. People, I'll hook it up. I got the separate refrigerator for chilled shot glasses, too.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
As long as you keep that thing clean, it'll run forever.
Yeah.
Just, once in a while you run a ton of vinegar through it, let it sit, let it dry, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm texting Ant. He's got to be in on this conversation. He's not doing a show today, is he?
No, Monday through Wednesday.
Yeah, Thursday. He never does Fridays?
No.
All right. I just texted him to see if he's around. Because he's got to get in on this.
You want me to call him?
Let me see if he texts me back. I don't know where he is. Pat, what other things did you do for our show? We can't remember everything.
Well, I wanted to point out I almost got into a fist fight with Sam. I don't know if you remember that.
Man, I should have fucking listened to you back in the day, my brother.
What was that about?
Well,
I should have listened to you, my brother. And I have no problem saying that today. Was I bamboozled?
Well, I appreciate that more than you realize, and I'm glad that we're still on the same page as far as that goes.
Right. What else there, Pat?
Well, I did the Tippy Tom homeless underwear mustache. Do you remember we made breast milk ice cream with my sister's breast milk?
I just talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Your sister's breast milk?
He made ice cream.
Yeah, that's not that long ago.
Well, that was 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Well, how old is her kid? You can figure it out right now, Pat.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. She was born in 2008, so she's 8.
Basically, I wanted to try breast milk, and then we decided we'll put it in ice cream, and we made a really nice vanilla ice cream. And I tried it.
Aftertaste.
Who else tried it that day? Me and you, Pat?
I did.
And Eric?
Yeah.
And I swear you wouldn't have known it was breast milk ice cream. But the aftertaste was brutal. At first, it was awesome. Yeah. And then it just tasted like armpits and just mold.
Rotted
and
cantaloupe.
Did you puke?
No, it just, you couldn't get clean. You're scraping your tongue.
Yeah, it tasted like my sister.
No! You're only allowed to say that if you're from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, I wanted to get in touch with you, and I just want to let you know that I do appreciate that day 10 years ago, and for you to, see something in me and, allow me to work for that show for a while, because that was, like, the best time of my whole fucking life.
Yeah, it was good times. Maybe we could bring some of... No, I don't think they'll let us bring any of that stuff back. Fuck.
Well, it's just funny because Vic earlier said, like, now he's just a regular guy. Like, every once in a while, somebody that I work with or something will, like, stumble across the video.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I was insinuating, Pat. Thank you.
Hey, Pat, does your wife know about all the videos and the shit you guys used to do on the show?
Yeah, absolutely. We had just gotten together, and my last appearance on the show was at a Thanksgiving special.
Right.
Where I took a big scoop of mashed potato puke and I drank it in front of the audience at the Hard Rock. And she almost wasn't my girlfriend by the end of that day. Like, I had to explain to her that, well, when I was younger, I used to do these things, and now I'm a more mature adult, and I would never think of those things. And, you know, but she dealt with it, and she's my wife now. So,
hey, good news! I got video of that. And did you explain you were doing it for your dad's 60th birthday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on the line. I got the video up, and the audio definitely plays well. Push play on that.
Hey, man. So I was thinking that I could propose a toast to him. Oh, that would be nice.
Propose a toast to your dad? You need a beverage, or?
I have a beverage right here.
Wait, he's got a cup. No, that's the mashed potato puke. That's the mashed potato puke. No, that's mashed potato puke. A toast to your dad? What? No, he just took a scoop of the mashed potato puke. Oh my God. Oh my God. And he just keeps going. It's more of a visual, but we'll tweet it out for the people. That was so fucking gross.
And that noise is exactly why I did all that shit. All that reaction, everything I ever did was to get that reaction. That's it.
I hear you, man.
Not even once. That was at least 3 times. That was his third time going back. I don't know how many times we went back.
I think that was a contest where we just had guys eating mashed potatoes until they could puke, and they started puking, and then Pat, obviously,
took it up and
took a few scoops of the mashed potatoes, puke. For his dad.
You got to put a nice ribbon on things every once in a while.
Yes.
Your dad can't never say that you didn't do something special for his 60th. That's for sure.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I took my dad to Applebee's for 60th.
You didn't drink mashed potato vomit for your dad's 60th? Come on, Jim.
I took care of the bill.
Right. You got him some fucking nachos, and that was it. A couple of riblets.
And Tippy Tom.
The best part about that is my dad's just sitting there, and he's just like, yep, that's my kid. He didn't go to college, but that's what he did. Drinks puke.
He was pretty proud of you.
He's cool.
He liked that you were doing a lot of that stuff because you got a great reaction. People loved you. And Tippy Tom's underwear that you made the poo mustache. You got to tell the people we had to cut his underwear off his body, Tippy Tom, and then he had rocks in his underwear that used to be poop.
Yeah, we had to cut his tighty whities off, and then you took a piece of or a cup of water, and we had to soften it up. It was the only way that it would work.
Oh no!
Said it was like
no,
looked like slate.
Wrong.
No, you and I would like work on these things like we're like mad scientists just to freak people out. We're like, we got to soften this shit up to put it on your face.
Yeah.
And then I was pissed at you because you did baby shit mustache and you stole my bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because people start calling me out, like, you have Pat Duffy and everyone else do this shit. When are you going to do something? So I'm like, all right. So Voss brought in a diaper, and I did the baby diaper mustache. Yes, I did. But could you...
Oh, God!
That's Tippy Tom's underwear.
Get in there and spread it open. We cut the underpants off. Oh, my God!
That was his underwear.
Hold on.
No explanation needed.
Holy shit, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Fuck. Hold on.
This is quality entertainment.
That was in his underpants. Listen.
That's a rock. That's a rock that we're dropping on the table. That was his poop.
That just solidified.
Well, you see the underwear.
Yeah,
we don't even have to explain how unbelievable that is. I rarely dry heaved or puked. That day I remember I was dry heaving. Dr. Steve wants on with you, Pat, but I don't know how to conference the calls.
Hang on, I'll come help you.
How long you been doing this?
You're right.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Steve, who gave me a prostate exam live on the air.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's called Thursday at Dr. Steve's house.
But Dr. Steve also did Tippy Tom.
Ooh.
He gave him a prostate. That in its own right is a hilarious story. Yeah. We're getting Dr. Steve on with you. Hold on one second. Are you still there, Pat?
I'm here.
All right, good. This might work. Dr. Steve.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to thank Pat. The first time I ever, met you guys in person, I did a prostate exam on him in the studio, which was your idea, genius idea. And my show went okay, but honestly, what people talked about for the next several months was a fucking prostate exam on the air, so I just wanted to thank him for whatever.
You're very welcome, sir. I'm glad I could launch your career while simultaneously failing at my own.
I really do appreciate it. Fucking Pat was awesome, and he would never say no to anything. He's the greatest.
No, Steve, my favorite thing ever is you described my prostate as delightful, which I still tell that story today.
That's what you
It was delightful.
You want a doctor to say it's delightful.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Pat Duffy, then Roland, then Tippy Tom, and then thank God that bit was over. But
Tippy Tom took it like a champ.
Anyway,
so
I'm glad you're doing well, Pat. That's all. I just wanted to say hello.
All right, thank you, Dr. Steve.
Colonoscopy guy.
All
right,
thanks, boys.
Yeah, how's your colonoscopy? How was your colonoscopy?
He hung up.
He hung up. Okay. All right, Pat.
Mine was fine.
Yeah. All right, Pat. Good talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys take care, man. Thanks.
All right, there he goes, our old pal, Pat Duffy.
That's great stuff.
Were you around for any of this?
No, I don't remember this, no.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I can't believe it. That's kind of cool that you guys don't know about that. Because sometimes when I tell these old stories, I'm like, oh, God, a lot of these guys have heard these
I've
stories
never seen
too many
anything
times.
like that. That was a brick that was a brick of poop in his pants there. That was hideous.
Yeah, it was all smushed, and he never changed his underwear, or obviously white.
Where'd you find him?
Tippy Tom was one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. He was unbelievable. Keith the cop would always find homeless people for us.
Okay.
And this guy he was just hilarious. His timing was unbelievable. And he would come in. He died a few years back. Yeah. So
still homeless?
Oh, he was homeless right to the end.
Right.
We sobered him up once, and his voice was extremely different in the hospital.
Oh, no kidding.
Over the top, like,
He went like from one voice to a completely different voice.
Too many stories. We got to get beers and
very swishy.
He was swishy when he wasn't sober.
So when he sobered up,
his voice was drastically different.
Oh, wow.
He had a very grovelly voice when he was drinking.
He's Tom Waits.
And then when he was sober,
he's Liberace.
I think Eric's going to find it. I'll guarantee.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
But it was what? What was his voice like?
Very swishy.
Is that who you went to the Madonna concert with?
You can't get... I distracted for 20 minutes, and he was just waiting.
He left me alone about it. I like how I got away with it. I said just as much Madonna stuff
all
as
these
you
great
did.
Stories, but he's sitting there waiting. Like eventually he'll
it's
run out of stories.
Believe me, I'm waiting for a Beyonce one too to get Vic on.
I don't care about Beyonce.
Because that's just lip syncing too. At least Madonna's singing and she's got a voice.
I care because she's a legend and she's been around forever. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll absolutely check this out. So it was all right.
Beyonce was good. I like both of them. Jay-Z came out. They sang.
You went to a Beyonce show?
Yeah. I saw Madonna and Beyonce within a couple of months of each other. It was a big awakening for me that summer.
You got to spread that shit out a little better.
Yeah, I know.
I was not in charge of any of that. This was all my ex-wife's idea, and I mean, she's like, "I'll say yes to just about any show." So before I knew it, I did get out of the Spice Girls. That was the one I put my foot down and refused to go to.
Oof, that's a little
some
rough.
sort of reunion. They'd gotten back together in 2006 or something. And so I was like, "No, that's the one I'm not going to."
You finally put your foot down.
That's the Spice. I did.
Now, who wanted to see Beyonce? You or your ex-wife?
I like Beyonce, so we both felt about the same on that one,
right?
Yeah, and so I thought Jay-Z might come out and do something, and and it was all right. It's a good show. But you're right. It's a whole lot of production and jumping around and this, that, and the other. But I liked it. I thought they were fine. George Michael, I saw that one. I'll just complete the gay trifecta with George Michael, Beyonce, and Madonna within a year.
What was
probably those three shows?
Did you think you were going to die that year or something like that? And you were like, let me get this out of the way.
What?
Was your marriage falling apart where she's like, all right, I'll take the bullet?
I think it was just mainly she kept throwing these ideas at me, and I'm like, sure, whatever you say, buy the tickets, I'll go.
Okay, yeah.
I'll go. I don't care.
Because my ex used to like country, and I wasn't a big country fan.
Sure.
And I would go, and I would just, I've seen what's it, McGraw?
Tim McGraw.
I saw, I forget the other guy dude's name. Keith Urban.
Okay.
And, Zach Brown, I like Zach. And I would just sit there. I'm like, it's a 3-hour show. I'm not going to bitch. I'll sit here. They're actually playing their instruments, the country guys. They're great musicians that are in the band.
Sure.
And so I had no problem with it. So I took I couldn't go to a pop show, though.
What was your most questionable show you went to? Like we shared. Mine's got to be Madonna. I don't think it got any worse than that as far as, foofy.
Yeah, mine would be Madonna or Beyonce. I like George Michael's fucking. He can bring it. It's a good show.
What was your worst one?
What?
He brings everything. He can sing. He's George Michael. You don't like fucking Faith?
Yeah,
I Want Your Sex. You don't like none of that? No.
I mean,
Faith is a good record.
I like Limp Bizkit's version.
Yeah, that's a good version.
Yeah, I agree.
That's amazing.
Totally.
I don't know, man. I don't, like.
What's your most questionable show?
Well, country shows.
Yeah, but those aren't bad.
And
that's like going to see the Eagles, really.
Yeah, in these days.
I go see Leonard Skinner.
That's not questionable. You got to have one in there.
I saw the Police back in the day.
No, that's not it either. No,
come on,
I know.
man.
Something really like there's
I like
no
the
secret.
Police growing
nothing.
up.
Nothing poppy.
No.
There's not a Hanson show in your attic somewhere.
No.
All right.
I'm worried that I'm forgetting one.
Something you know one on him. Or
no,
you're worried about yourself.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm waiting for a text to come in from somebody like, hey,
reminding you if we went to this. You saw Celine Dion and
never. You don't have one that you were dragged to? I mean, countries.
Shania Twain.
No.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. We'll let you go, I guess.
No, just like I'm not going. I saw U2, but that's another one where it's okay to obviously to see U2.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
but no, I just no, I'm not going to that.
I saw U2 at least probably 10 times.
What have you? Can you think of some like I said no to the Spice Girls? Can you think of some real shit that you said no to specifically?
No, I don't think so.
You just remember no, and then ever what it was is gone.
Yeah, like even if some girl right now said like I want to go see Drake, he's playing at the Garden, go with me. I'm like no. I'm not gonna see that. Fucking.
You used to call me on your cell phone.
Oh. You know that?
It's Drake, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul said, yeah, it is.
All right.
That's David. His name's David now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bob Kelly decided his name's David.
Why?
Davy and Goliath.
Oh, he does look a little like Davey. He does. Davey. Oh, I used to. That was.
I don't know, Davey.
I don't know, Davey.
Davey. All right. That's Lewis's fantasy football trophy.
It's a TK
What's
sports
wrong?
league.
Why are you giving it that look?
No, I'm just looking at it.
And Jim, what we do is the winner keeps it, and then after that, we send it to the other winner.
Each week?
Each year.
Each year.
So we put the money inside, we send it off. So if you see 2015 up there is me, and then hopefully 2016 will be Lewis again.
How much money did you win?
About 200. Nothing crazy.
Oh,
I win more. But it's just more about the friendship. It's more about keeping in touch, talking shit to each other.
No, seriously.
200 is a lot.
I'll give you 200 right now to quit.
200. I mean,
all that for 200.
Do you need friends that bad? We'll exchange numbers. We'll talk on the phone.
It's just something that, when you get together at stupid events, you can talk a little shit to each other. That's all.
But what's the shit you're talking? Like, let's say...
You drafted a horrible team. Do you even know anything about football?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I thought that guy was going to do good this week.
Well, how much money to get it?
Well, no, let's just do it.
Are you want to do it?
Yeah. You're giving me shit because you won this week.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. I'm 11-1 right now, Jim. What's the problem? Why can't your team keep up? I've got David Johnson, Ezekiel Elliott, and Mike Evans. What's up?
I don't know. I just thought, I do. I just thought that I don't know. Guys in the Patriots do better. I thought that Edelman would catch more passes, but he didn't. But
Tom Brady spreads the offense around to every receiver on the team.
I know, but he goes to Edelman, especially with Gronk out. And you know what? The bottom line is, I wasn't calling those plays, and I wasn't Brady out there going, "I got to throw to Edelman." So I really had nothing to do with it. I was just some asshole on my couch, just hoping that Edelman would catch a pass. So I'm not. What you say to me means nothing because I had nothing to do with it. If I was the quarterback and I wasn't throwing it to him,
right,
or I couldn't reach him and I overthrew him, then I'd be like, fuck, it was my fault.
But you know about probabilities, right? You know that if Mike Evans gets 16 targets a game, the probable chances of him catching a touchdown or 10 passes is really good, which benefits you and puts money in your pocket.
No.
And you get to talk shit to your friends every time you see him.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was going to catch a lot of passes that game. That's just, I don't know. I don't know what offensive game plan Tampa Bay had that week. I wasn't in the meetings during the week when they said, we're playing Green Bay and they got a bad rush defense, so we're going to run the ball. So I didn't know. I wasn't there. I didn't know the game plan. If I knew going in, then I'd say, fuck, I should have known because I knew what they were going to do. So once again, not my fault.
Unbelievable.
Love it.
I don't
What do you think of the trophy? You haven't even
okay, let me ask something. Like, has any girl ever come in your apartment, or I'm not sure your situation, and go, holy shit, I want to fuck you? What is that?
Because of the trophy?
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
They hate the trophy. My fiance hates the trophy.
Okay, so
it's an eyesore. That's why it's here all the time.
You've got a fiance.
So she won't even let you.
You've proposed to some woman.
Yes,
You've
yes,
given her
sir.
jewelry.
Wait, you're not allowed to have your trophy in the house?
No, I can have it in the house. I mean, it's half mine.
Take it back.
But normally I just put it to the side.
What does the half mine mean?
The apartment. Like,
I thought you meant the trophy.
No.
Yeah, I did too.
So what does she say about the trophy? Like,
it's an eyesore. Get it the fuck out of here. It's just collecting dust.
It looks like a kid's bank.
I know it does.
It technically is. It's from Bed Bath & Beyond.
It's from Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yeah. I didn't buy it, though. You know what I'm saying? We normally, if you're in a real league, you get like a wrestling belt. So you can walk around with the wrestling belt that says champ on it. You know what I mean? Excuse me.
Wrestling's
high
real.
High stakes league. I didn't mean to.
A real league. Lewis also makes sure he's holding the trophy when he gets pictures with celebrities.
Yes.
No.
He's right.
What do you think?
I'm still
what do you
trying
think
to.
of that, Florentine?
I'm still trying to learn my white knowledge here. So, a guy named Phil Collins came in.
From Genesis and whatever.
I grabbed my trophy and got a picture with him.
Did he say what are you doing?
No, he didn't say anything to me.
Did he put a quarter in the bank and the little hand came in? It's one of those that snatches it down.
Has any celebrity said, what is this?
No, they pretty much know what it is. Most celebrities know.
They know it's a weird black man holding a children's bank.
They're not paying attention.
Taking a picture.
Most of these celebrities don't pay attention. They're like, just fucking take the picture. I got somewhere else to go. Right.
Yeah, like some guy, I was doing a show in Ohio, and he's like, hey, my friend's going to video this. He goes, can you do the Ohio thing, like the O-H, whatever it is? And I go, no. He goes, come on, man, just do it. I go, no. Yeah. I go, I'll take a picture with you. He goes, come on. I go, look, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I've made a lot of people
I go, I'm a
angry.
grown man. I'm not going to fucking do Ohio. I don't live here, and I don't give a shit about that.
And then the guy's all bummed out.
He's like, all right. Yeah, dude, I go, I'll take a picture with him. I'm not doing that.
Fuck. There's the Lewis's fantasy football trophy with Phil Collins. And
Make-A-Wish.
So sad.
And Bert Kreischer and Sherrod Small. He points at it, too, in that one photo.
Phil Collins you're right. He's just going to take the
he has
picture.
no idea. He's from England. He's like, what is this?
He's holding the children.
We don't acknowledge American football.
His back was hurting. Phil wasn't noticing much. He was a lot of fun on the show. All right, let's take a break. We got Jim Florentine. He's promoting a special that comes out next Friday, but you can pre-order it right now.
Yeah, and put in promo code Opie, and you get it for $5.
It's video.
Yeah, it's on iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff, all different versions of it.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, and it'll be out. Yeah, and you can get it for Christmas if you pre-order a physical copy of it.
It was shot beautifully. So
I do a whole thing about fantasy football in the show. Yeah, and man caves and stuff.
And you hate man caves too?
Yeah,
I hate the name man cave.
Yeah,
the name is horrible.
That's what I finally realized. I'm like, how could you actually hate like the concept? But I just always hated the name man cave.
Yeah, because it's got to be man. I'm a man.
Right.
I got to prove that I'm a man.
And then you don't want women around.
I know.
It's weird.
It's like a tree fort. No women allowed.
Little Rascals.
I call it in this special. I call it a homo fort. That's what it is.
You went old school, huh?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Good for you,
yes. Two guys in there talking about their fantasy football teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Flipping baseball cards.
Yeah.
In their fort.
I said the only time you ever hear two guys babble about fantasy football, the only time they stop is when they're 69 at each other. And you can't understand what they're saying. Like, I'm going to take over.
Oh, Brady.
Yeah. Who's that tight end for the Vikings? I can't keep this in my house. My fiance doesn't like it.
Oh, that's great. I think this special is going to do just fine for Mr. Florentine. It's called Simple Man. Speaking of music, Guns N' Roses invited fans on stage to beat a Trump pinata. Beat a huge Trump pinata during concert in Mexico City. That's pretty fucking funny.
I know Axl has been sending out tweets about Trump. that he doesn't like him. So I'm sure that came from him.
What kind of tweets?
You know, just like, quit crying, you baby. You're the president. I think it was over the whole Hamilton thing.
Oh.
Because one thing about Axel is he doesn't go to the press and bitch. When he came on our show, he basically just said, look, there's a million stories about there. He goes, if I answered every one of them, he goes, I don't even answer them. They just go away. He goes, I'm not going to keep defending myself.
Right.
Over all this nonsense out there. So he was basically calling Trump out like, dude, you're the president now. Fucking deal with it.
Right. Just to let half this shit go.
Yeah. So
I like that he's not letting anything go.
No, it's great. Cause look,
it's so much fun.
He doesn't trust the press. So it's like, you might as well get it through him so it doesn't get twisted through whatever newspaper or whatever media place. So let him I can read it right where it's coming from. So I know what he's doing.
I think we're in crazy times, but man, is it fun. And I love how you're finding out that everyone is just a liar. Like Romney's having dinner with Trump. Get the fuck out of here. They're all just liars.
Huh? We didn't know this to start with?
Well,
Bernie was the worst one for me.
Why?
Because, they wanted Hillary from the beginning, and they basically fixed it for Hillary, and it came out in the emails that they were going to just basically destroy Bernie, and they just basically told him back off. Even though he could have easily beat her, and he could have probably beat Trump, and he fucking backed off, and then he's at Hillary's convention fucking talking, people are booing, and the Bernie people are outside burning shit, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute, you trashed her and said all the shit, and now you're on her side?
Yeah, that was very strange. I wonder what they talked about behind the scenes to get Bernie to do that.
Yeah,
Maybe they found an old file.
No, or they guaranteed him a spot or
hard drive or something.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
They guaranteed him a spot for a long time.
He didn't need a guaranteed spot. He was doing his own thing. It's just all horseshit in the end.
Well, what do you think about mixing the metal and the politics with this, though? This is funny.
What do you mean? Just
the Trump pinata at a Guns N' Roses concert.
I love it.
It's in Mexico
City.
I
love it.
Of all,
I mean, they made Trump look too good in the pinata. Look, he's all muscular. So I would assume that maybe that pinata was something else, and they just put some horrible Trump hair on it.
It was a Superman Clark Kent pinata, right before he pulls the suit off and reveals that he's Superman. He is kind of buff.
You see the back muscles on that one shot?
Yeah, it's a buff pinata.
Don't expect to see Guns N' Roses playing at an upcoming inaugural ball celebrating the election. Oh, my buddy wrote this story. Jesus, Michael Pelka, Stuntbrain, who has been on the show many times. This is offtheblaze.com. He told me he was writing about this. Inaugural ball celebrating the election of Donald Trump as President of the United States. The reunited Rockers wrapped up the band's Latin American swing of their current tour in Mexico City on Wednesday night. As they finished the set, a gigantic pinata of President-elect Donald Trump was lowered to the stage. Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose invited people in the audience onto the stage. On the video, do we have this video, Lewis? Hopefully? Oh, good. Wait. On the video, Rose is heard instructing the stagehands to bring up some people and give them a fucking stick.
I knew Axl was behind this.
Once a small group of concertgoers was outfitted with sticks, they were encouraged to express yourselves however you feel. Wow. I want to keep reading this. Within seconds, the Trump pinata loses an arm, a leg, and has its torso open, revealing the treats inside. Guns N' Roses T-shirts, which were tossed into the cheering crowd. And here's the video. We'll get through the commercial. Oh, you could skip this one, though. That's good.
In 2 seconds.
I know. We're good. Well, that's muscular Trump.
That is a very Hulk-like.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
We need a translator.
Like a bendejo is an asshole, maybe?
It's something, I couldn't figure,
Yeah. Oh, boy, look at these guys excited on stage.
Give him a fucking stick. Express yourself however you feel.
Axl looks good. How do they sound, Florentine?
Phenomenal.
Really? Is everyone still happy? Everything's working out well for everybody?
Yeah.
That's good to see.
When I asked him 2 weeks ago, he used the term comeback player of the year. I believe, a couple of weeks
Axl?
ago. No,
because between AC/DC and Guns N' Roses, and they already got tour dates booked for 2017.
So what has changed with him? He just realized he was an asshole and changed his ways, or did he stop drinking or partying? I don't know what his deal is.
When all these guys started dying, David Bowie, and then all these guys, all these rock stars, he felt like, what am I doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Over some old shit.
Right.
Let's. We know he could do stand. But look, it was a good time where his version wasn't really doing that well. Slash's solo career was doing good, but they needed each other at that time. And Slash was going through a divorce, and Duff became friends with Axl again, and Duff was the middleman to work it over.
Is Duff staying sober?
He's been sober
for
since
a long
like
time.
93.
I know, but now going back with Guns N' Roses. But he's one of those guys. If he drinks, he could die, right?
Yeah,
it got that bad or something.
Yeah,
he's a great guest on the radio. There's a documentary on him. I got to check that out.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on Netflix, yeah.
I got to check that out. I bet you it's pretty good.
I saw the first, I saw that Rickles documentary for the first time. They came out in like 2008 or 2000.
Mr. Warmth.
Man, is that good.
It's outstanding.
Yeah. I haven't seen it since it first came out.
I never saw that. I watched it the other night. It was so good.
Where he's just beating the shit out of everybody?
Yeah.
It's just so good. It is so goddamn wonderful. Every time, I think it's in an iPhone commercial, they're playing, because he used to go on to the same music, and I think they're using that same song in an iPhone commercial, because when I hear it, I'm like, Rickles! I'm fucking Pavloved into not hearing that and then thinking of Rickles because of this movie. It's just so goddamn good.
Every once in a while, I'll get in a loop and I'll watch him on talk shows. Every once in a while. It comes up maybe once a year, and I'll just sit there for hours laughing my ass off. He didn't give a fuck. I know he's still alive.
I saw him in Vegas. He took the microphone stand and left the stage and found the biggest NFL, NBA-sized black man in the audience. Left the stage, went down in front of him and was moving the microphone up and down like it was a spear, and just going booga booga booga, just fucking yelling at this guy. It was the craziest fucking thing, and the guy's just shitting himself laughing. He thought it was so goddamn funny, and I'll never forget it. My ex-wife was like, "Can you believe he's getting away with it?" I'm like, "Baby, it's Rickles. It's what he fucking does."
He had a line. I guess his assistant, that black guy, I forget his name, that was with him for like 30 years.
Yeah.
He had a line in that documentary. The guy comes up in the middle of Rickles' act, and he walks up, and Rickles turns around. He goes, "Something wrong with my luggage?"
It's well worthwhile, though. You're right, Jim. If you've never seen Mr. Warmth, it is an amazing.
You know what? I got to go this weekend. I'm going to watch that again.
You'll love it. It's great. It's so good.
It's got to be way better than Pervert Park.
What's that?
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. These assholes on Twitter, because they know I like documentaries. You go check out Pervert Park.
Oh, no.
Why? What's wrong with that?
It's a trailer park in Florida where they put all the sex offenders. And then you realize that I'll use it in quotes, they're relatively fucking normal looking. I was hoping I would see some crazy-eyed people.
No misshapen heads.
So is it good or not?
It was brutal.
It's just too dark, you mean?
So dark.
It can't be darker than that one documentary with the kid.
Yeah, that's goddamn Morgan
Oh,
Spurlock.
my God.
Fucking Morgan Spurlock.
Fuck Morgan Spurlock and his fucking chicken. I didn't forget. Were you here for the chicken thing?
No. What about the chicken thing?
We got used.
Why, he wanted some chicken?
He set up a chicken joint in Columbus. He came in here to promote for an hour. And then it turns out it's like a goof for a documentary he's filming.
Oh, no.
Right, Eric? Eric's not
Holy
listening.
chicken.
Eric, he always makes believe he has a phone call when I need him the most.
It was rolling.
Oh. You heard that.
Columbus, Ohio?
What happened with the chicken thing?
So there's a couple of stories with this, and I can't really figure it out, but he came in for the Rat documentary, and then he was talking about how he was opening up this test restaurant in Columbus, Ohio,
right?
With this chicken place called Holy Chicken, and it was supposed to be like a healthy fast food chicken, grilled chicken and a lot of greens and stuff, no French fries and things like that.
That's when I should have been suspicious. He goes, "We're not going to serve French fries in my chicken joint." Right there, I should have said, "What are you up to? What are you up to?" Right?
Sure.
If you're going to get fried chicken, you're going to get French fries or mashed whatever.
Something. You need some taters.
He decided it was going to be kale chips.
Ooh.
Right there, I should have said, "What are you up to, Morgan?" Morgan, Dear Zachary Spurlock. What are you up to?
Dear Zachary. People have been cussing me for us talking about Oak Island. I've been getting some messages about goddamn you for getting me started watching this shit.
I'm a minute away from giving you a fuck you over that show, but I want to get through this first.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because guess what, Vic? I'm caught up.
Oh, no, you're not. I've missed the past. Are you familiar with Oak Island?
No.
It's a buried treasure show.
They have found in 4 seasons a fucking Roman coin from 1652. That's it. That's it.
Basically, yeah.
And a couple, like, stumps in that stupid swamp that they keep draining.
Well, that's good. Now I don't have to watch it.
I'm mad at myself for watching it.
You know what? I'm not sorry. Because a lot of people get pissed off at spoiler alerts. I'm not sorry. I just saved you a lot of time.
Yeah, you're going to watch 88 hours of it and still they get nothing. They just keep tricking into, maybe this next one they're going to find something. And no.
Some of the seasons are like 15, 16 episodes. Trust me, it just saved you a lot of time. Now they're going to be digging in the money pit.
No, I know it's brutal, but this is you're saying this is worse. Holy chicken. He tricked you. Is it a show or doing it?
You're not off the hook with Oak Island yet, my friend. You're the one.
I admit it. I brought it in here. I did say it. That was my fault. I got stuck in bad weather.
Show because Vic turned me on to it.
I didn't like it. I was mad. I came in here saying through 3 days of shitty weather here, I was stuck in my apartment and then I got hooked on about 4 or 5 of them and they were running a marathon of them leading up to a new season. And I was bitching about it because I'm like, it's like the giant squid. You're just going to spend 5 hours going, ooh, maybe he's out there. It's Al Capone's vault. There's nothing fucking there. And yet they lure you in enough with enough just tiny little nuggets of information like maybe there's fucking something there. And
how about the recapping? Every episode is 7 to 8 minutes of recap.
Yeah,
I know the whole story now. Shut up.
That's because they have no new footage. That's a trick in reality television, scripted reality, or whatever you want to call it. When you don't really have enough stuff in there, you see them going back and bringing you constantly up to date in a commercial and going out of a commercial.
And I'm suspicious. I think they filmed that whole fucking thing in one summer and they're spreading it out.
They're making it look
4
like
years.
They were there for years.
I'm so mad. And then the announcer who has that question delivery.
Right.
A stump in the swamp?
Yeah.
And then explain what that could mean for 2 or 3 minutes? Because they have no, like you said, no new footage?
They found coconut fibers. And there's not a coconut. There's not coconuts within 10,000 miles. This is in Nova Scotia in Canada. And they found, so they how'd that get here? How are there coconut fibers? And this whole other, like I said, it's awful. It'll get you. Look how miserable he is. I was able to quit it
because now I'm stuck.
So how many hours did you watch?
There's like 4 or 5 seasons.
We're up to the 4th season. I think we've done 2 or 3 episodes in the new seasons. I'm completely caught up. And each season, except for the first season, had like 5 easy episodes, I believe. And then it went 12, 14, 15.
And they're hour long, so you put in like 40 hours on
and
the
I was
show.
watching online, so I can't skip commercials. They force you to watch all the fucking commercials after 7 minutes, and then they go back into the commercial.
Yeah, once the weather cleared up, I was able to walk away. I was trapped when it had me. I couldn't use the clicker to turn it off, but once I was able to go outside, I was able to shake it, and I don't know what's going on now. I came in here and I put it on him.
Vic, I got a taste of the OCD. I can't just walk away now.
I can't
walk away.
I know. I feel bad for putting
I'm
this
in
on
now.
you. I feel bad. People have been cussing me for 2 weeks.
The one brother's like, the one brother knows it's horse shit.
He does, but he still keeps getting lured in himself. It's one of them's crazy vision. He's lured his other brother into it with him and every time this guy wants out, they find a piece of something. Here's a shell.
Let me explain further what really is going on. It's 2 brothers. One has been very successful in his life.
Yes.
He's a multimillionaire. The other one delivers mail. And the one that delivers mail is really believing in this Oak Island thing. So I think the rich brother that's very successful kind of feels sorry for his other brother, and he's stuck.
And it's just, the 2 of them's eternal weird-ass quest. He's financing the other one's dream, even though he is certainly, but then that's why it's a show. He is certainly the most skeptical of the 2. He's the first one to go, yeah, but then he's the one writing the goddamn checks for it.
Right.
Or somebody's paying a bunch of money for this. It's millions of dollars of equipment and mining stuff and all kinds of stuff.
I want to put an X in the swamp. If I have to hear that again. This is too inside, sorry.
It's awful.
It drives me nuts. They found 1 coin so far. Anyway, where were we?
So the child molester, what is that?
Pervert Park.
Oh, Pervert Park.
So what is more brutal, Dear Zachary, or this?
No, Dear Zachary is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
Pervert Park's brutal, though, because, it's just bad. It's just bad.
Is it interesting to watch, at least?
Just because it's really different that you got a whole bunch of perverts or sex offenders, I should say, living in one park. And they're really trying to do the right thing and move on with their lives, and there's counseling and this and that. And their stories are just brutal. And they go over everyone's story. And
about how they got there in the first place.
Yeah, there's one woman that she had sex with her father. So then, like, Is
she hot?
Big. She's a big person. She's a big person. And then she's weak and finds a guy that wants to take care of her, but this guy says you gotta let your I don't even like fucking talking about this shit. You gotta let your 8-year-old have sex with you. So she allowed that to happen. So then they take the kid away from her, and then you find out that 8-year-old is now grown up and he abused a 3-year-old. So it stays in the fucking family. That lady right there. I tapped out, though. I was done. I couldn't do it. And then that guy claims that it was just a misunderstanding. Guy in the purple hair.
Wait, who told the mother to bang the 8-year-old?
Some guy online.
Some guy online.
Some fucking pervert said, look, I could take care of you, because she was in a desperate situation. And so that was his way of getting in on the whole thing. Like, well, I could certainly take care of you, but I need one thing from you. And that was the one thing. This thing was brutal. It's fucking brutal. These fuckers on Twitter.
Jim Norton used to tell, Norton in here on this show, Norton used to tell people to watch Dear Zachary and that it was a comedy.
Yes.
He did.
He would trick people into watching it. He goes, oh, it's hilarious. It's a comedy. Watch it. And that was his thing to do.
Yes. Anyway, so the chicken thing. So then, Eric, I'm back to you. Sorry. I went off on that Oak Island.
Sorry, my bad.
By the way, very good news. Zach and Tori are having a baby.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No kidding.
I knew you would like to
on
hear
the roll-offs.
Yep.
Yes. Little People, Big World.
Don't look over there.
He just jumped a little.
I thought he was saying from Dear Zachary.
No. It's another Zach. His favorite Zach.
Who is my favorite, actually, in that show? Probably the old man.
Yeah, he's great.
Because he doesn't give up.
No, he doesn't at all.
There's a new season of Little People, Big World that has begun. Where are we? Eric, back to you. Holy chicken, holy cow, was it all a stunt by Super Size Me filmmaker?
Yeah, it was. It turned out, because he kept saying it's a test restaurant and gave us all this information about Columbus, Ohio being the city that a lot of restaurants open up a restaurant and get their research from before they expand as a franchise and go national. And that is true, but he did a pop-up restaurant, not a brand new opening, and it was closed in 4 days. So it went from Saturday to Tuesday. And some of the signs in there that people started noticing was he trying to do something like it's exposing how the fast food industry gets their food and processes their food, because the chicken posters is promoting like how awesome our sandwiches are and what we're going to do and how great this is. But really, if you read and understand what he's writing, it's showing that how they genetically alter the chickens since like the 1950s, which a lot of these restaurants and these farms do.
Right.
So he's putting all this stuff out there like it's a great thing. Our chickens are twice the size as our competitors, and we can get them faster. That means more chicken, and they're delicious, and they're so big they can't even stand. And so nobody noticed this except for maybe a handful of people saying this doesn't seem right. Yeah. Everyone else was just there to get free food and be part of a whole to-do.
Well, their slogan, Holy Chicken, too good to be true.
So there's his clue right there.
But it was packed.
Of course it was packed.
For 4 days.
Of course. I knew it, too. Kale chips. Come on. Fuck. I can't wait when he comes back through that door. Oh, we're going to have it out.
I like that he got you.
Because I twisted my head like, no French fries? Fried chicken, no French fries? Huh? Because no, we're going with kale chips. Right there.
So you thought it was evil because there was no French fries?
I thought it was stupid.
Oh,
I'm like, how do you do a chicken joint without like some kind of real starch like French fries or mashed potatoes?
Chick-fil-A has the waffle fries.
Right. I don't like waffle fries. I know you didn't ask, but I like steak fries.
How do you feel about the sweet potato fries?
I hate sweet potato fries.
I don't like them
At
either,
that point, I'd rather have a fry.
No, I'd rather just have a sweet potato than the fries.
Me too, yes.
I don't like sweet potatoes.
They're great, but not fried.
Yeah, but when they're French fries, you're like, you bite into it and you're disappointed. Like, right now I could be eating a real French fry.
But a baked sweet potato, I love a baked one. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I don't like it. I don't believe in it.
I'm going to call my mom and tell her on you.
I think that's a Southern thing.
My
Isn't
mom,
it?
she used to pick cotton. They were sharecroppers, and she used to pick cotton, and her mother would leave a big cookie sheet of the sweet potatoes, and you were on your way out to the field to pick cotton every day, you would grab 2 and stick 1 in each pocket, and then when you're out there picking the cotton, if you got hungry, you reached in your pocket. And they shrink inside the hull when you bake them.
Right.
So you're picking cotton, and lunchtime, you pulled your sweet potato out of your pocket and peeled it down like a banana and ate the sweet potato. That's how white trash I'm from, right there.
Did you pick cotton?
No,
growing up?
She did. No, they were sharecroppers.
okay.
She was born as my mom. But no.
What, Eric?
These were the things that were hanging all over the place. Like, these were on the walls, and then they had, they have those little paper triangles on the tables that show you specials and things like that.
Right.
If you read the fine print, everything came up really, like, it didn't make sense for a fast food restaurant to advertise that.
Yeah, they show what a chicken, I mean, it's cartoon, but what did the chicken look like in 1950 and now what it looks like, and it's way bigger. What, Paul?
Read the bottom.
Yeah, read the bottom.
Like all factory farm chicken, holy chickens are genetically bred to be twice the size of those grown in the 1950s in just 6 weeks. Our birds are so big they could hardly stand, which is how we know they're ready to eat.
And they just topple over.
Right.
And turn into a weeble chicken.
So the documentary is all about we don't give a fuck about chickens.
He tricked you.
We just don't read.
Yeah, he tricked you is the good part about all that.
Oh, you enjoy that?
I do. I like a good tricking.
Oh, do you?
I'm easily fooled.
I've known the guy for...
I know. That's why I know that you're genuinely aggravated is why it's funny to me.
I would go back to 99, 2000. I've known the guy 16 years.
I've seen him in here several times.
And
He's a wonderful guy, and he got you, yeah.
He fucking tricked me.
You know, you were friends with Ashton
Well, he had to
Kutcher.
get the word out there to get people to his store. He knew the show was going to be able
How
to
about
do
let
it.
me in on it? I'll help you. I'm all about tricking people. I love that shit.
Talk about spoiler alert. You tell me you wouldn't throw that out there?
Huh?
Like it's just a gag? Like if you knew?
Oh, I would be in on it with him. I just don't like that.
Well, he might think that I don't know if he's going to say anything, so I can't tell anybody.
Yeah, he knows by now that I can't help myself.
Yeah, sometimes you're in that mood where you just go, I'm sorry.
Florentine. See, Florentine's known me too long, too. Yeah, he probably was like, you know what, I want him in. I want him in on this. He'll do a great job for me.
But I can't trust him.
And I can't trust him. Fuck, you're right.
We need him in once a
Foiled
week.
again.
Once a week.
His logic
Have him come in here. You.
No, because he saw what was the old video you put out when was it no sound on and you were talking? I know the Subway one was more recent, but he's probably thinking he might do that with my clip. Like that, it's not real.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like I don't know what he's going to do.
The train video was absolutely real. You just had to read lips. I said everything that needed to be said. Everything was right there for the people to decipher.
I love when you do that.
I know you do.
You get so mad.
I love seeing every once in a while you favorite some block that I did.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it in some fucking weird way, and Florentine's the only one that likes it. He goes, and I could see you're just giggling. Somewhere.
Oh yeah, I love when Bonnie, because Rich Voss blocks everybody.
Yes.
So and then they always go to Bonnie. Go, I don't know why your husband blocked me. I'm a big fan. He told him to unblock me, and she always retweets those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, always. And I always have to favor him. I love that. He retweets everyone.
That's so good. Oh, that's really good.
Oh, this guy is saying we weren't even listening. Who was in that day? It was me, Morgan. For some reason, I felt like Vic was here, but he
I might have been
here too.
Who?
Was Sherrod here too?
I think Sherrod was.
Maybe it was Sherrod. This guy is about to tell us we weren't even listening. That
he clued us in, and we were just babbling over it.
Were there fucking hidden cameras? Am I going to look stupid in a documentary?
I sent him.
Hey, guys, what's happening? First time caller, Opie, big fan.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, listen, I remember, and you can listen to the playback. Early on, when he first came in, he was, you were just starting to get into the rat conversation with his doc, and he goes, I'm thinking about doing a chicken documentary next. And that's when he said, I think to the effect of, America eats 190,000 chickens a second or a minute.
Right.
And then it got dropped. You went into your long interview about the rats because you guys only wanted to talk about the rats at that point. Everybody had seen it. And then all of a sudden, towards the end, it changes. He starts talking about this pop-up restaurant and all this other stuff. And I only thought about it like a week ago when you were discussing this, saying how pissed you were when you heard about it in the paper, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I just got a video.
What?
I'll make a video of it.
You're going to make a video of what, Morgan?
Yeah, fooling you.
Ah, Christ. It's going to be so obvious.
So he's saying he's saying that it got so crazy over talking or talking too much. And we were dwelling on the rats that the door might have been open to get more chicken talk, but we started to rat talk.
What happened was he came in to do the Rats documentary, which I absolutely loved.
I was here for that, yeah.
Even though I'm not too happy with you, Morgan, but that's a great documentary. He came in twice.
Yes.
Yeah. He came in a separate time, and we knew he was going to talk about this new restaurant because Roland told me about it. But then we did a little taste of the Rats thing again because, whatever. Fuck. All right. I got to go back and look at that video, see how obvious it was.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening, too. I appreciate that a lot. All right, man. We're getting close to wrapping up. I want to play what would Florentine think. You got one, Paul?
You got one?
I can't think of one right now.
What would Jim do?
I did the milkshakes. I'm trying to think what other things I've done. Peach cobbler. Someone did ask me on Twitter to ask you about couples that wear matching outfits.
Horrible.
It just came to me.
I know that one. Everybody.
I know.
Unless it's for Halloween, and I'm not. It's bad.
I remember.
I don't know if you go into a football game or something, and your wife's like into the Giants, and you're into the Giants.
Jerseys? I can see matching.
You
jerseys.
can wear Eli jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't like when people put their own name on the back. I'm like, you're not a football player,
right?
You're sitting in Buffalo Wild Wings,
right,
with 6 beers in front of you,
with the Brady jersey on.
Yeah, but they have their name on it,
But if it's a jersey without the name, you're all right. Oh, yeah. You mean their personal name?
Their personal name.
What if they have of course it would work if they have a Brady jersey. I messed that whole thing up.
But, yeah, if they put their own name on the back.
What, Eric?
Lewis just told me that he spent $350. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
On a jersey with his name on it.
You customized the Cowboy jersey?
Yeah, of course he did.
Okay.
But your name's on the back.
What number is he?
What number
Who's
21.
Elliot?
Here, take that phone.
Well, that was Dion's number, too.
Yeah, it was Dion, right?
Yeah, my favorite number is 21, but I got it like 10 years ago because I was tired of buying expensive jerseys where the player would just leave.
So you got a 21 Johnson.
L. Johnson.
Is there an L. Johnson on the Cowboys?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very possible.
That's what I'm saying. That could have been. He could have gotten away.
There was
with
a Larry Johnson, the running back that was on the Chiefs for a while.
Yeah, right. For a long time. That guy was good.
Yeah.
Is that bad to get my name on the back of one? Is that like corny?
Well, no, what'd your fiance think of that?
Oh, she wasn't around when I got it.
Yeah. That's good.
Are you allowed to wear it still?
You paid $350?
It was $350, yeah, because if you think about it, I only like authentic jerseys. I only like jerseys that are stitched.
Ooh.
when people come around with that.
Yeah, but you're walking around with a plastic friggin' football thing that you got from Bed Bath & Beyond.
I won that.
Whoever got that, and it had a 20% off coupon that they got in the mail. So it cost $6.
You're absolutely right about that, actually.
Yeah. He's sending mixed messages.
Right.
Is what he's saying.
But I got sick of buying, jerseys that the player left the team. I'm never leaving the team. I'll always be a fan, so I figured just get my own.
No, it's true. I mean, you do try to buy like the rookie's jersey. You think he's going to be on the team for at least 3 or 4 years.
Right.
He's going to be gone, but $350 is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I still have it, and that was 2003.
Right.
So I still have the jersey and everything. Yeah.
All right. There you go, Lewis.
Would you get one?
Well, I mean, I got.
All right, but would you get a Bills jersey that said Opie on the back?
I got him.
But you didn't get it personally made, so people gave it to you.
And I think I wore an Islanders jersey once with my name on the back and quickly realized how ridiculous that was. And I haven't done it since. In our office right now, I got a ton of sports jerseys with my name on the back.
Right, people sent them to you.
When we were getting syndicated, every city that we were being syndicated to, it was kind of cool, actually. Right. They would give us the jersey, and I was like, fuck, why do they put my name on it?
And he actually pulls for like 32 football teams at the same time. You know that about him.
Forget it.
He needs one of every team.
See, for him, fantasy football makes sense.
It does make perfect sense.
Because he likes every team.
Certainly,
so
right.
it does,
why not?
It's no big deal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like when the Jets are playing the Patriots or the Bills, like, I like both teams.
Sure.
I want everyone to do well.
Everything's great, right? Exactly. Maybe a tie.
Yeah.
You're getting me back for the Oak Island shit.
I am getting you back
for
the Oak Island.
I see what's going on here.
So no matching outfits for sure. I mean, it may be a jersey. A jersey is the only thing we're allowing in the matching
Yeah, if you go to a sporting event or whatever. But that's kind of,
I remember a story, and man, maybe for the next time you're in, the news did a story of a couple. They've been married at least 50 years, and every day they matched their outfits, and they did a whole story on how they do it, and looked at their closets, and had a lot of footage of them walking around with their matching outfits.
That's just wrong.
It was brutal.
I had a friend at over spring break, and he got caught making out. His girlfriend caught him red-handed making out with another chick. And so to try to get out of it, he agreed to get the airbrushed matching shirts. And his said, I'm hers, and hers said, he's mine. And they wore them. So she made him the next day after catching him making out, fucking show up at the beach and wear the T-shirt of shame for the rest of the afternoon.
That's worth it.
And that's
it. Got off easy.
I'd wear that for a month. I'm like, all right, cool. I can
he
go
did
make
not
out.
give a shit. He was the only one. He's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
But we
some guy
shit on
confront
him.
him like, you know what I did? I made out with a best friend last night. I got to wear this.
And that's basically what he was telling everyone,
Here you go. We found a Twitter account.
Oh, is that them?
It says, my grandparents have been married for 52 years, and they match outfits every day. It might be them.
Oh, man.
I mean,
that's recently. That's only
you can't tell because all old people start looking exactly the same.
Yes.
So I'm not. They look like the couple from the story I saw a few years back.
If they're old, they get a pass.
Yeah.
But you're married 52 years, so in your first 5 years of marriage, when you were in your 20s and whatever, you're putting on the same goddamn outfit every day.
I wonder when it started. I don't think it started when they were young.
As he's trying to say, it says in the story, it says they've been matching them for all 52 years.
I would imagine it started when his pump stopped working.
You think? Yeah. When he's like, look, what can
we
I can't bang you anymore. I can eat your box, and I'll wear blue, and you wear blue.
Right. What do we do now?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
I'm done. My dick doesn't work anymore. But hey, how about matching polos?
Should we do Facebook Live after show today? I didn't do the pre-show. You want to do a little action?
Yeah.
All right. Go to my Facebook page, Opie Radio fans. We're going live on Facebook Live for just a couple minutes. What do you got, Jim Florentine? It was great seeing you. I'm so happy about your special, which comes out next Friday.
Yes, next Friday, December 9th, The Simple Man. It's up. You can pre-order it at iTunes, Amazon. You put the promo code Opie in for today only, and you get it for $5. It's a download. It's DVD, CD, trailers are on JimFlorentine.com for the special. On December 16, 17, I'll be in Minnesota, New Hope, Minnesota, at the New Hope Cinema Grill.
And Vic Henley.
I'm VicHenley.com. It's up and running with the dates. Kathleen Madigan dates down south in January and February. LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio the first week of February. And download Live from Lou's Cruise. I can use a little Christmas money. Download Live from Lou's Cruise.
A little pocket money, right? Eric, what do we got? We're good?
We're good. New episodes of Weird Medicine, Roland's Food Court, and It's Eric Nagel on SiriusXM On Demand.
Have a good weekend. See you Monday. Bye-bye.